whiskey bourbon. Oh, we put them to the test. Blindfolded sips and reviews that never miss. But Spanish Oak Rebecca Creek, that's a definite diss. Baker Drinks was swirling and sipping, laughing and tripping on bourbon that's flipping. From the top shelf to the worst in sight. Wild Turkey 101, man, it just ain't right. We got trash pallet challenges, it's quite a scene. Guessing notes of gasoline, rubber and green. But when it comes to Spanish Oak, we'll say it clear. If you see it on the shelf, just steer clear. Oh, we're hunting down the flavors, caramel and spice. The Wild Turkey 101, now I won't sip it twice. With a nose for adventure and a taste for the thrill, Baker Drinks, we're here for the kill. Tune in for the blinds, where the fun never ends. We've got our glasses raised here with all our friends. Spanish Oak Rebecca Creek, you might have the hype, but Baker Drinks knows you ain't our type. Join us on this journey through the amber waves. With Baker Drinks, we'll show you the way. Pour a drop, take a seat, let's make a toast to the ones we love and the whiskeys we roast. Trash pallet chow green, but when it comes to Spanish Oak, we'll say it clear. If you see it on the shelf, just steer clear. Oh, we got trash pallet challenges, it's quite a scene. Guessing notes of gasoline, rubber and green. But when it comes to Spanish Oak, we'll say it clear. We got trash pallet challenges, steer clear. We got trash pallet challenges, it's quite a scene. Guessing notes of gasoline, rubber and green. But when it comes to Spanish Oak, we'll say it clear. If you see it on the shelf, just steer clear. Oh, we're hunting down the flavors, caramel and spice. The Wild Turkey 101, now I won't slip it twice. With a nose for adventure and a taste for the thrill, Baker Drinks, we're here for the kill. Tune in for the blinds, where the fun never ends. We got our glasses raised here with all our friends. Spanish Oak Rebecca Creek, you might have the hype, but Baker Drinks knows you ain't our type. So join us on this journey through the amber waves. With Baker Drinks, we'll show you the way. Pour a drop, take a seat, let's make a toast to the ones we love and the whiskeys we roast. Baker Drinks, we're here for the kill. Well, so join us on this journey through the amber waves. With Baker Drinks, we'll show you the way. Pour a drop, take a seat, let's make a toast to the ones we love and the whiskeys we roast.
So in this case, we are diluting this sample that we previously pipetted with distilled water. Pretty cool.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
We'll now drink the Blendsanity.
Request.
Just take a teensy
And that is
sip
to have
first.
sharks
Remember
with
not to get
frickin'
carried
laser
away.
beams
Go for the
attached
whole
to
thing.
their heads.
Go ahead. All right. Go.
So you do have a plan? Yeah, Mr. White! Yes, science!
Hello, happy Saturday. Hope everyone had a good 4th of July. We definitely have stuff to talk about with that later, but let's first get into chat.
Yeah, let's say hi to see who's here.
Yeah, Rick Moreland showed up nice and early. Whiskey Panda, Bourbon Syndicate, Piper John, Dave Vogelsang. What? Is there a new Dave Vogelsang? Because your name's black now. Did you get a new account? Is there 2 Dave Vogelsangs? There's no wrench next to you, so something changed.
He's been demoted.
He's been demoted.
Too big of a tater.
Wilmington Piper, cheers to you. Hazmat Compton. Let's see, who else? Whiskey Panda's driving, but he's listening. He wants to see that he's gonna see how his does, which is he's in the first matchup, right? I think so.
Possibly in the first.
It's in one of the matchups. Story time. Cheers.
Sure, Shane.
Let's see. We got Jeff Castle and Mr. Richie J and Mrs. Lori J. Jeff Castle. May have already said that one.
Cheers again.
Cheers again. Candy Road. Joe B. Scrolling. Michael Bortner. Cheers to you. Mary Moreland. Rip Van Wrinkles. There's some hype around it. Maybe it's good. We'll find out. Who else do we have? Cask 529 also in the lineup tonight. Let's see. Tamara, cheers. There are so many names. I like bourbon a lot. Ryan S, cheers to you. And we're caught up.
All right.
There we go.
Welcome to the show, Saturday Night with the Bakers. Did you guys like that new intro music? That was courtesy of our friend Matt over at Whiskey Wisdom. He made that and sent it to us. We just had to throw it in there. Thought it was pretty good.
Thought it was funny.
Yeah. So it's pretty hot outside here, guys. We're going to leave our AC blowing because we don't want to die. So you might hear a little more wind noise than normal. Sorry in advance.
I doubt they can hear it, but you know, we're in the Pacific Northwest. We don't do heat so well, and it's over 90 degrees outside. We only get like a week of that a year, and we're in that week right now.
Yeah. So if you can hear it, sorry. If you can't hear it, that's cool. So per our normal Saturday night live stream, we've got our 2 giveaways that are free. There's 5 samples in each box this week instead of 4. These are the 5 blends that were eliminated last week.
They were all good, so it's not bad whiskey.
Yep, the recipes for all of them are included, so you can make them again if you like them. We're going to put a hashtag in the chat. Did I spring that on you too quick?
Nope.
Oh,
there
it's,
it is.
It's on the screen. Hashtag Blendsanity.
Look at that, I'm prepared.
We'll start collecting. Tamara can't hear it. Excellent. We'll start collecting entries for the giveaways right now.
Well, let's see. I will adjust my mic settings, I guess.
No, she can't hear the AC.
Oh.
Oh, the volume's low? How's that? Is that better?
I don't know. You know? It's weird how
the gain was turned way down.
It's weird how things change when we do this. We had this set up so we would never have to do anything. So hopefully the sound's okay now.
Dave says it's better.
Okay. I'm sure I can adjust more if necessary somehow. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. So we do have an elevated flight tonight. $5 super chats gets you entered into that. I'm sure Laura's got a picture somewhere. She's still playing with the audio.
It's all the way up, so I cannot...
The gain on this was turned all the way down.
I cannot turn it up anymore. It's up to you guys to turn your volume up. Okay.
So, elevated flight picture.
It's coming.
She's going to share that picture with you guys. It is Michter's tonight. We've got the 10-year bourbon, the 10-year rye, the 2023 Baumburgers, and the 2023 Shanks, all 2-ounce pours. On top of that, every $5 super chat is going to get the Blendsanity sticker that you see right there next to the bottles. If we've not already sent you something before, just email us, give us your address, and I'll make sure to get that sticker to you. Let me get this out of the way, create some room.
Is there more?
And we've added another giveaway. We're going to start doing this weekly. It's for our patrons. If you are a patron of ours at any paid tier, you are eligible for this. It is 2-ounce samples. It is the short barrel cigar batch and the short barrel Wisdom Echoes pick this week. So any patrons at a paid level will be in the spin for this later tonight. And we're going to start doing this weekly. So if you want to get in on that, check out our Patreon. Lots of fun stuff happening there.
We got a couple super chats. Rick Moreland, thank you. And Mark Gale, thank
cheers,
you
Mark.
as well. Let us see which blend wins tonight.
Yeah, and speaking of patrons, we got 3 more patrons that reached their milestone. They're going to get the Baker Drinks Glen Cairn. Those will be shipped out on Monday. I don't remember off the top of my head who they were, though. I know one was Doc Martinez, and I think one was Hazmat Compton. I don't remember the third. But, again, if you want a Baker Drinks Glen, you can check either the description for any of our videos, and there's a link in there to purchase one, or you can just join our Patreon. I think at the Tater tier and above, you'll get those as milestone prizes. Just a couple more quick things. July 11th, over at Bourbon and Balls, Charlie, Jeff, and Beth had us on. We've already filmed it, and they're editing right now. We did a blind flight with them. We had a lot of fun. It's going to come out on July 11th, they said, so check that out. See if we did any good with the blind.
It was fun. They're fun people. Lots of laughs, that's for sure.
Yeah. And we do have a guest tonight who's going to provide some color commentary while we taste and smell these amazing blends that you guys submitted. And just as I'm about to bring him on, I see he stepped away, so we'll just keep rambling for a minute longer.
Well, we can announce the first...
yeah, let's announce the first matchups.
That would be matchup number 1. Nice and labeled for me to find. Let's see. Here it's coming.
There.
Matchup number 1. We have 11 Herbs and Spices versus Rio Panda. So, you guys named them, and we came up with pictures for it, because it's more interesting that way.
Yeah, I mean, we were a little off our game last week, just rolling in from our whale-watching trip, and had like an hour to get ready. I took a little bit more time with it this week, made it more our thing. So, you know, here you go. We got a matchup.
Yeah. Let's see. Gosh, it's just been scrolling here. You guys are talking it up. Mark Gale says he loves his Glen Cairn. $1 bill. Cheers to you. Let's see. Bourbon drops here. There you go.
Just in time.
Just in time. We got your 11 Herbs and Spices versus Rio Panda. And I'm going to take that off the screen so we can see ourselves. And I think Panda was here too, or he was driving.
He was driving.
So he's listening.
I'm sure he's listening, cheering for himself.
Love the photo. Yeah, we weren't sure if it was okay or not. It was a little strange, and so we just went with it. You came up with the name, so what else would 11 Herbs and Spices be, right?
Yeah,
And,
that's Colonel Myron.
And then the other one that was just a panda in Rio.
That's the Rio Grande River. I was very creative with those pictures.
Yes. There we go. Hazmat says he wants his Baker Drinks Glen. Well, it'll be coming. Look at that.
Yeah, it's going to be in the mail on Monday for you there, Matt. So
We have
real soon.
We have so many packages boxed up. It's ridiculous on Mondays. He keeps a box in his car just so it's easier to carry all the packages inside to drop them off. It's just insane. I'm gonna catch up on. You can start sniffing and stuff.
I'm
but
sniffing here. I haven't had a sip yet.
I'm gonna catch up on the super chats so I don't miss anyone, because I still feel bad, Rusty, from that. You caught it, but I felt bad that I.
Didn't he catch it and win?
Possibly.
Don't feel bad for Rusty.
That is a possibility, but I still felt bad, and so, I mean, we do always check them before we spin now, again, but I just want to make sure I stay up to date as we're going here, since we've had a few. And Tamara says, thanks for the chance. Gandy Road says, good luck. Blenders love Mictors. Oh, and Jen Clifton with a super chat. Thank you for that as well. And I saw our guest. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Shane, give us a thumbs up if you're ready. He's not ready yet.
Okay. That's fine. I'm still typing. Jen. Okay. Now I'm caught up. Okay.
I think we're good there.
So there we go. We got a guest.
What?
Sorry.
Speak to the hand.
Yeah,
Shane from Storytime Distilling, everyone.
Hey, cheers, everybody. Oh, let's go. My camera's all jacked up now. Look at this.
Oh, it's focused right there. Just lean way forward. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
You fixed
So
it.
I had to switch positions. It's so rainy out that it was messing my Wi-Fi up. That's why I was getting all that lag with you guys. So I wanted to fix it.
How you doing tonight, Shane?
Good. How are you guys? Thank you so much for having me on, by the way.
Well, we've been trying to nail down a time where we could get together and make this happen for a while, and we finally picked a day, and here we are.
Perfect. Yeah, someone said my mic was hot, so Jen, thanks for that. I kind of had to turn it down a little bit. Hopefully that's better.
Yeah, I may have turned it down as well, so let me know if we turned it down too far now. Who knows? It's better. She says it's good. We'll go with it.
So I asked you earlier what your control pour was going to be. You said, "Oh, we didn't think about that." So you're drinking a cocktail with your control pour, which is an interesting choice, by the way.
Well,
I have water as my control pour.
I don't do tequila, so every cocktail out there gets converted to bourbon, whatever. So this was a bourbon sunrise instead of a tequila sunrise.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Well,
Wilmington
I need
Piper
to send you a bottle of
is-
tequila then, I guess.
Yeah, Wilmington Piper, thanks for becoming a Patreon.
Oh yeah,
Patron.
cheers, buddy. Thank you
There
so
you go.
much.
When we get to that wheel, I'll have to make sure to remember to add you.
Yep.
That'll be at the end of the show. You don't have to still be here to win. Just
Did I see Big Cat in the house?
yes, it's been a while.
Cheers, Big Cat. We've been missing you, buddy.
Yeah, and Shauna Carr's here, Sean Lincecum, and he says, "Don't ever feel bad for Rusty. He does it to himself." And Mark Gale said the same thing. No one should feel bad for Rusty. He always wins. He's a lucky man. Okay, have you started?
I've had a sip of both of these so far, and I'm telling you what, people came to play today.
I think people really spent some time on their blends here because we haven't had a bad one, and it's not easy to blend things together and have it turn out better than what you started with. Usually it's worse. So these have been very good.
Yeah, so Shane, if you're not familiar with what we're doing, we basically started this competition. We were going to limit the field to 16. We ended up expanding to 18. We are nosing and tasting them with our personal scoring system that we review whiskeys with, and we're adding the scores together. Highest score wins, so it's not like I like this one better, she likes that one better, flip a coin type of thing. So, and last week there was actually one where we were split on who liked it, and the score picked the winner for us. So
Yeah, apparently I scored them too closely because his won in that. So maybe I need to be more strategic in the way I score this. I don't know.
I'm scoring honestly.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think
she
I probably
definitely
should have
scored
had a control pour though, because that was warm.
Yeah.
I'll just take a couple sips. I'll get used to it.
So who's competing? Who's competing tonight?
So the first matchup right here, we have Myron from Bourbon Drop submitted 11 herbs and spices.
Let's put that on the screen.
And,
there you go.
Oh,
Victor the Whiskey Panda submitted Rio Panda.
okay.
So that's what we are starting with.
All right. Well, good luck to both of you.
I mean, after that first sip, I think we are definitely the lucky ones.
Yeah.
These are pretty good.
Well, that's
And tonight we have a bunch of them that people made the bottles special as well. Not this first matchup, but our other ones. There's some tater stickers and an engraved bottle. I mean, it's great. It's great.
Are they trying to influence the judging, you think?
Yeah, I mean, one of the packages came with a $50 bill. I'm just kidding.
You weren't supposed to say anything.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'm getting ready to get into my first pour of the night. Although I had some earlier today.
What's on the docket?
Man, I got so many staring at me right now. Like they're like my kid when I used to go pick them up at daycare. You know, they're just standing there, just like reaching for me, like, "Dad, come get me." I don't know which one to grab.
I struggle with that. Usually Troy pours, and I don't. I'll just be like, yeah, let's drink some whiskey, and he'll pour, and so I don't have to decide. But when he's like, okay, you got next, right? And I just go in there and I stand and I stare at the wall and I'm like, what am I supposed to grab?
Yeah.
I freeze.
Yeah.
They
torn.
make
something
apps that'll pick for you.
Yeah.
I'd have to
I know.
scan the bottles though.
Yeah, I'm not that indecisive, I guess. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna start with a low proof dusty. That's what I'm gonna start. I'll be right.
Gandy Road says, now I know the going rate. So yeah, we're gonna do this again in the winter, I guess.
Yeah, so this has kind of been a warm-up, so to speak, for the big tournament that we will do. I think Laura and I talked about it a little bit and decided it's going to run through November and most of December, ending on or around Christmas. And we're going to double the field. Well, not double. We'll expand from 18 to 32.
32, yeah. If we can get that.
Wow.
Elevated prizes.
You guys just don't like your evenings, I guess.
It's just been so much fun already, so we just want to do it again. But we've been going through bottles and trying to figure out how many winners to do and what bottles to give away, which we don't have very many that aren't open, but we do have some good ones that aren't open.
Yeah.
So we have narrowed it down. Whiskey Nose says, who the hell is that guy?
You must be talking about you, Troy.
Who said the wild turkey
that
decanter
was
with their sample?
Piper John.
It didn't have any whiskey in it.
There was no whiskey in it. And he talked about it well before the blending competition, so it wasn't a bribe. I have a feeling I know what one of the ingredients in the Rio Panda is.
Amberana. I can smell it. Haven't tasted it yet, but I can smell it. Not fooling me. Maybe it's his take on Rio.
That's a hard one to blend out for sure. It's going to definitely take front and center.
It's a good thing for him. I just recently started liking Amberana. My palate must have changed while I wasn't drinking, and suddenly it likes it. So I get the flavor that everyone always said, the like cinnamon toast crunch, the sweet, the cinnamony, where before it tasted like I was drinking a candle. So I don't know how that changed, but it did, and I'm enjoying it. So
yeah, I think it'd be much better in colder weather. This hot weather, I don't think it'd be too much at all. It'd be too much.
So 4th of July for us with Laura's family.
Oh,
it was in the 90s that day too, and I think I just drank Topo Chico seltzers. No whiskey.
Speaking of the 4th of July, since we just had the 4th of July, let's talk about how we spent our day. So I was driving to my parents because for some reason my mom.
Let's back it up a little bit further.
Okay.
So what is the prototypical Americana 4th of July cookout meal?
Hot dogs, man, and hamburgers.
Hot dogs and hamburgers, exactly. Laura's mom this year wanted to do a prime rib.
Okay. Christmas,
I mean, well, we didn't
Christmas
complain, but it was a
pie.
little strange.
90 plus degree heat. She's cooking a prime rib on the barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
And she needed a meat thermometer.
Yeah. So the night before, I was like, okay, I'll bring you a meat thermometer so you can start it before we come over. I don't have to come over super early and hang out in the sun outside all day long. And so as I was driving there, I started hearing thump, 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 thump. And I was like, oh, I must have ran over something. Better pull over and check it out. Well, I pulled over, opened my door, and I just heard
Yeah,
I was like, well, that's not a good sign. That's my tire. So
yeah, stuck in it.
there's I think it's someone's brake pad.
Oh.
Yeah. They lost it in the middle of an intersection and I found it. So
on the wheel itself, like I didn't think that was supposed to be just laying around.
Yeah, and this is like 7:30 at night.
Yeah. And so I called Troy because I'm like, I'm here in my flip-flops and a skirt and I'm not a change the tire kind of person so much. So I called Troy. He groaned a little bit and came to help. And my tires had a locking lug nut that I can't find the key for.
Oh, no.
And so this was actually it was 8 o'clock at night. So all of the auto stores were closed.
This happened literally, I could probably throw a rock and hit 2 different tire stores and an auto parts store and 2 different used car lots.
Yeah, right where it happened. So
wait. Those guys threw that out in the yard. That's what's going on. Just threw it out in front.
Yeah. So then we fumbled around with it for a while. It didn't go well. Couldn't figure it out. We went to Walmart. They said they didn't have anything like that. They don't carry that stuff. And so we're just like, okay, well, I'll lock up the car and leave it and come back tomorrow and see what we can do tomorrow, even though that tomorrow was the 4th of July. So Troy got up and he went to 8 different places looking for the part to remove a locking lug nut without the key. He found one place that had one, and it said universal for 90% of locking lug nuts. So he comes and gets me, and we go back to my car. Yeah, I was in that 10% that it did not fit.
Yeah, so it was basically an extractor, so it's reverse threaded. You pound it on there, and it's supposed to be able to remove that locking lug nut, but it was just slightly too big.
Man.
Yep, and so yeah, so I think then we just went home. We were like, screw it, we'll just leave it here. I'll wait till the 5th and when places are open and we'll figure it out then. Yeah. And so then when we decided to go to my parents' house afterwards, I was like, well, I didn't check inside of one compartment inside of my car. Maybe it's in there. Let's just stop one more time. I'll look for it. And we stop. And we had not locked my car up, and this was kind of a ghetto area, so I lucked out because I looked in that compartment and I did find $50. So someone did not break into my car. But then I was parked inside of a used car lot's parking lot, and they were open on the 4th of July. So it lucked out. Troy went in there, talked to the guys, to ask him if he had any of the any parts, and
I was just hoping a used car lot, they might have a car on their lot with a locking lug nut that had a matching key, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's like, well, I might be able to get it off, and he had the same size lug nut extractor that we did, so it wasn't like working. So
Wow.
he went back inside and found an old socket that was just slightly undersized, and he pounded that on with a 3-pound sledgehammer.
Oh my god.
And then basically ruined the socket for us, but he got that off of there. And we're like, okay, thanks, we got it from here. He's like, well, I'll bring out my floor jack, and you don't have to use that crappy scissor jack that comes with the car. And then
Right.
I was trying to stay clean, so I was struggling to get the tire on. He's like, just get out of the way, I'll do this.
Yeah.
yeah. So luckily we got the tire changed. It all worked out. I just have to buy some new tires now, which was already on my list of things I needed to do. So, it's just a little bit earlier than I was hoping for.
Wow. Well, that sounds
good
like
times.
a very eventful. So, hey, I do have a bottle mark, or Troy. Oh my god, I don't know where Mark came from. So this was a tequila I picked recently that came in locally. I did it with the local store.
Okay.
I'm going to solo you so I can
it's
see it, because it's...
Oh, okay.
Okay. Dobel?
Dobell.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is it's an añejo, but it looks like it's a Cristalino, but it's finished in Hungarian oak, and it has an unbelievable flavor profile. It's so good. So I'm gonna send one of those out to you, since how you don't have any tequila for your tequila sunrise.
I'll be sure to review that for you and let you have my thoughts.
Love to hear it.
Okay, I got my score for you.
Oh, for crying out loud.
I had them tied, so I guess Troy's decision wins.
I emailed the pictures to you, to the Baker Drinks, so you can get the pictures. Because the recipe did not come in a sealed envelope. This one was messaged to us. So
You emailed it?
I emailed it to Baker Drinks.
Oh, okay.
So you can get those pictures so we can share.
Okay.
Let me do some math here.
Very good, though. Very good.
Yeah, I liked both of these blends quite a bit.
I think this is one that we would save the blend for and try to recreate if it's bottles that we can find, I guess. Because it's pretty good. Pretty good.
So this was a pretty close matchup. 4 points.
Wow.
I'm going to give her a minute to get these pictures.
Oh my goodness. There's so many bottles. Let's see.
Where does it download?
Oh, you're going to show the blend?
Yeah. So we're going to show the blend here.
Nice.
There is a winner. There is a loser. Unfortunately, somebody has to win. Somebody has to lose. That's just the nature of these tournaments, right?
Well, which picture was it?
So it's going to be a combination. So that's like the bulk of them right there. So we're going to put this up there, and just put those two up there.
Okay.
Bear with us, guys. It's coming.
He told me
Famous
beforehand. He's like,
word.
I hope you can keep up with me wanting to show all this stuff.
Hey,
So
Laura's amazing on the tech end of this. We are not tech people, and she does a heck of a job making these things run pretty smooth.
we just have to talk more usually.
Yeah, I just
Just talk
ramble
more,
a
and
little bit more,
eventually
which I typically don't have a problem doing.
So
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So
there's that.
With 137 points, this is the 11 herbs and spices. So this is an 11 bottle blend that was aged in a Blanton's bottle for the tater aspect.
Okay.
And this was submitted by Myron at Bourbon Drop.
Okay.
And he went up against...
Oh, dang, he's got some nice stuff in there. The Rye 3 16-year-old light whiskey, Double Oak Peerless.
Everything was 1 ounce, but the Rye 3 was 1.5 ounces.
Dang. It's so good. Yeah.
So now we'll put up the other picture.
This one?
No.
The third one?
This picture.
Is it that?
This picture.
Oh, okay. There's too many pictures. I don't know what picture you want.
Yeah, well, we got a lot going. There's a lot of moving parts to this live stream, people. So coming in with 141 points and the win was
It's coming.
the Rio Panda.
Rio Panda. Congratulations.
Yeah, that was a very, very close. Myron, if I lose, I'm never watching again.
Sorry, Myron. Very much enjoyed it.
That was really good. And typically what we found through the first round of this, we did 10 matchups, or 10 blends last week, 5 matchups. And typically what I found was that if somebody had more than 4 whiskeys blended into it, the blend kind of fell apart.
This was not the case.
And this was not the case. That 11 whiskey blend was actually quite good.
I wonder if it's because it was then... Well, no, it wasn't. I thought maybe it was in a barrel, but it was just put in a bottle. So that my justification made no sense. It's just a good blend. It's just a good blend.
Yeah, you did really good, Myron.
Did you happen to notice any one particular common component of the better blends you were leaning towards? Like it was, did you notice, like, say, for instance, like an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof was consistently in ones you liked, or anything, or was it really all over the map?
So the ones that won, we did not, we're not revealing, because when they go forward, we don't want to be swayed by what's in it. So we don't know what actually won. We only know what lost. And I think a lot of times what caused us to pick the one that won versus lost was the finish. I think that's usually where some of them either went bitter, and so it lost points that way, and then other ones it just was amazing. I mean, this score was...
Yeah, so just to give you a little context there, Shane, we're rating the nose on both the aroma and the depth. We're rating the palate on the flavor, the feel, the balance, and the complexity. We're rating the finish on the flavor and the length, and then the overall, the impression of the blend and how well the blend was it cohesive or did it fall apart, that sort of thing. And each of those categories is 10 points for a total score of 100.
And Myron, you get to blame Troy for your loss, because I had you guys tied. So it was his fault.
Yeah. Guess what? My next one's going to be a tie, and Laura gets to decide.
All right, that's right. All right. So I asked you if you noticed a common element in the winners, but obviously you said you revealed us. So then the inverse: have you noticed a common element in the losers?
So, yeah. So the only flaw on that 11 herbs and spices I felt was in the finish. It went pretty astringent pretty quick. So like while it's in your mouth, it's a great tasting whiskey blend. It's got all of the right boxes checked for something that you would like. But as soon as you swallow the whiskey, it kind of it kind of went astringent pretty quick, and the finish was real short.
Throw Troy under the bus.
and even Myron says the finish was a little funky.
Yeah, because I actually had that one scoring higher on the palate, the mouthfeel, and so, but it was just it didn't have as high a points on the finish, and I think that's where most of the ones that lost is they usually lose it on the finish.
Myron unsubscribed. It was a great blend. So you want to pull up match number 2 and show everybody who's on the docket?
Yep. Got so many pictures tonight. We usually have like 2 pictures I'm supposed to keep track of, and tonight
I'm making Laura earn her money tonight.
There we go. We got Old Wooden Wagon from Cask 529 versus Fields of Gold, which is from
Echoes in Eternity.
Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. So hope you enjoy our little tater stickers we made for you guys. Definitely interested in it. And then Troy's going to show the bottle
for a second.
here.
I want to show you this bottle. It's like laser engraved with their channel logo and the blend name. I feel bad opening this. It's such a beautiful presentation.
I mean,
I don't know that you can open it. There's no pull tab. We need a knife. Who's got a knife?
Wait, no, I'll figure it out.
What if you just pull this sticker off?
You think?
Well, I'm just glad
that
that Troy
Oh,
is doing the work, because normally we film the videos and then I'm messing with the foil and it just won't come off.
Even a little cork pop, I love it.
Dang. No extra points for that. Sorry, it's not on the scoring sheet. But we do love it.
It could be part of the impression, I suppose.
Let me get my control drink here. Some cherry ginger ale.
Oh, God. She's going to kill her palate. So, Shane, do you want to talk a little bit about story time?
Not really.
Or are you talked out on story time?
I'm sorry, just kidding. I mean, you know, things are going well. We've got, I just did a Jack Daniels, two Jack Daniels barrels last week. And then in August, I have 2 people from the Northwest that's going to be joining me on a Jack Daniels pick. So I'm looking forward to that. They're both freaking outstanding. It was a great time, and I'm thinking it's going to be even better the next time. So that's pretty exciting. Right now, I'm trying to clean out. I've got some of the old Dragon Bones Aida left, and the Dunnies left. That was a pretty high yield on those. So I got quite a bit of those left. So I've kind of opened that up to the public now, and actually put a pretty good deal on it. So if anyone's interested, hit me up or go to storytimedistillery.com/special, and you'll see what we got going on there.
That Dunny backbone pick was amazing.
It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. And yeah, so you know, we're continuing to do. I've got some more picks lined up and a lot of fun things coming that are going to be late this year. I'll be releasing another batch of my Christmas. I don't know if you guys ever got any of that or remember that, but it was a light whiskey finished in a stout beer barrel, and it was just freaking dessert. So I've got another batch that's been brewing actually since November. So we're gonna probably dump it in October, and yeah, I'm only assuming it's going to be amazing as well, because when I checked it last, it was really good. Really good. So that's coming up, and then we got some fun stuff coming with some more commercialized stuff that's happening. So be looking for that soon.
Right on.
Yeah. But I love that you guys are doing this blending thing. I think it's fun not only for us to kind of as a community to witness it, but for those people that do it, it really opens up people's minds to different whiskeys and different flavors that they weren't necessarily expecting. I think, sometimes people just do the standard, they just grab a couple things that they like and they just kind of blend it a little bit. But I like when you see stuff like the 11 spices, right?
Yeah,
Because you're right.
That's crazy.
When most people do that stuff, it falls apart, right? And when you can teach people how to blend these things and they're getting stuff that actually stays cohesive, that to me is really exciting. I think it gets people's minds going and opens them up to a lot of different things. So that's really cool. So thanks for doing this, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
This is a wild these two are very different. First of all, I think they're both unique on their own, and then they put them in the same matchup and it's like, what the like, I don't even think we're drinking the same like genre of whiskeys here. Like, this is very wild. I think there might be some like Texas in blend number 2. Have you tried blend number 2? That is a funky bottle.
Yeah, so Dave Vogelsang commented he ordered the Old Dragon Bones and the Dunnies a few weeks ago.
Yep. So I'll be going up next week to pick those up, the Old Dragon Bones, and then those start going out. I may hold on to them because with this heat wave, but bottles sit and store, in like these little depots, they can pop corks. And I really, especially when it's been running 100 degrees everywhere. So I'm just going to be a little mindful of that. So please bear with me. Might be a few days or something, but I'm going to try and get them out as soon as I can. You got to watch the temperature this time of year. It gets tricky, especially the higher proof stuff.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I'm always surprised. I mean, we order a decent amount of whiskey. I feel like that's how we get probably half of our whiskey is like picks or just ordering because it's a lot cheaper than looking around here. Just to order online and pay for shipping, which is crazy because shipping's expensive. But I'm surprised we have never had a bottle pop. I mean, we don't live in the hottest place, but they usually, a lot of them come from like Washington, D.C., so they have to make it all the way across the country. And there's some hot areas that they go through. For
sure. And hopefully you're doing quick shipping, because if you do like the 4 and 5 day, that means it's like going to a depot and then sitting in a hot depot for a day.
Oh no, we do the cheap shipping. We make it.
Well, we're not shipping bottles though.
Well, no, I mean from like when we order. We order the cheapest.
It's like standard shipping usually.
Yeah, I've had a couple that have actually popped on me. But that's about it. I mean, I'm the same thing. I've had a lot of freaking bottles shipped to me too, but only a couple. And it's always been about this time of year.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the summer seems to be the hardest time to ship something because of that.
Yeah.
I know I met up with my son one time. Laura and I met up with him at a golf course. And I gave him a bottle of Blanton's. He'd never had one before. And he put it in the back of his car. We went and played around a golf. And when we came back out, he was putting his stuff away. And I noticed the cork on the Blanton's bottle was kind of like sideways. And I was like, hey, did you open that before we went out and played? He's like, no. I'm like, well, it's open now. And if I hadn't noticed that, he was going to drive home. That thing would have spilled all over the back of his, his car.
Bad. Real bad. Do you guys have a pretty good group locally that you're spending any face-to-face time, or you guys are you pretty limited on that?
There are groups that like out of Portland, Oregon, which is like an hour south, and then there are groups north up, in the Seattle-ish area. We're just kind of in the middle of nowhere between them, and I've thought about going to different ones, and then I'm like, well, I don't really want to drive an hour during rush hour, because they're usually, a lot of times they meet up during the week, and so it's like right after work, drive an hour, and then drink, and then drive an hour back. Doesn't sound super appealing to me, so we've never Never been to one of those really. Other than we went to Samoan Barkeep. We went to his birthday, and there was a bunch of like Northwest Bourbon and
Yeah, I mean, there's a good group of people that are all like social media friends. Like Mark from Northwest Bourbon has a channel. Samoan Barkeep has a channel. There's some Instagram people, and they get together pretty often, a couple times a month. We just, every time we plan to meet up with them, like Laura ends up in the hospital, or
the one time
we get COVID, or something crazy happens that we can't
over
go.
brake pads.
Exactly,
Wow.
So yeah, we just stay home and drink and
So we've just got to do a Pacific Northwest slammering. That's just all there is to it.
I would like that so much.
I know there was talks about something in September when is it Chris? Chris, is that his name?
Chris Tatz.
He's coming to Washington, and they were talking about meeting up, but the group chat has been very quiet, so I don't really know what's going on with that either. People want to do stuff, but no one really wants to plan it. So
I mean, it's summertime. Everyone's out, going full speed ahead with their families and doing all that stuff. So I get it. But I mean, they're coming from Australia, and
I've got some big trips this year. I got to go to China and Malaysia in August. Then wife and I are going to Ireland in 1st of October. But November, even though November in the Northwest isn't really that bad. It's January is when it's really bad in the Northwest. November, I didn't mind when I lived in Seattle. Maybe November is a good time to do it. And maybe we can talk and figure something out. I'd love to come out and hang out with you guys.
That would be amazing.
All right,
we'll
talk after this.
Sounds good. So we have a winner for matchup number 2. First, I want to talk about these whiskeys because they were both crazy and really good. The winner, I really wish that I could find out what it was because it had this interesting transition in it where it just started out as like, this is bourbon, it's classic bourbon flavors, and then there's definitely something finished in there because it went crazy fruity afterwards. And I love the flavor of it. So, but we don't get to find out what that winner is. This other one, I think, I'm going to guess has some Texas in it. There's a lot of that, like, burnt char kind of taste to it and big, bold flavors.
And these were in a virtual tie on my card until the finish. The finish on the sample that lost out. Again, like Laura said, there's something funky in there. It might be Texas.
Although I think there might be some single malt in there because there's a lot of chocolate too. They're very different flavors.
But these were both very, very good. This was a tough matchup. It was 2 points separating them on my card. Laura was not that generous on one of the samples.
I liked one more. I didn't want to have a tie again and have you blame me.
So we will do a little virtual drum roll here, and she'll share the winner.
So it's safe to say that Troy had them tied. Is that what we've heard?
I had it 75-73, and Laura had it 76-70.
So very close scores. But we had the winner as Old Wooden Wagon from Cast 529. It was not the bottle that swayed us. It was what was in the bottle.
Believe you.
Just so everyone knows. So now we're going to reveal what the blend was.
This is
for the loser.
For the loser.
This
is a 4 whiskey blend. It had some Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, 40% of it at 131 proof.
Nice.
Here's your funk. ASW's Burns Night.
No, not
there you
ASW.
go.
That's American Single Malt Whiskey.
It is from ASW, though.
Oh, okay.
ASW Burns Night Single Malt, 20% of that. It was 92 proof. We had some Larceny A124 in there, 20% of it. And then 20% was the Jack Daniel's twice barreled single malt.
Okay,
Oh,
so we definitely got that. That's probably where we got that.
So you
that
called the single malt
Texas.
and the funk. The
Yeah.
funk was probably this guy, the single malt.
Yeah,
from
I'd say that ASW was your culprit for the funk.
But somehow those blended together and made a pretty tasty whiskey. I would not have thought to blend anything like that together, but I guess that's what
That's the
happens when
beauty
you
of this whole
just try
thing.
it.
That is literally the beauty of this event.
Okay.
Yeah, so Cask 529, congratulations, you're moving on. Sean, I know you're on vacation with your family still. When you watch this on the replay, I apologize. I had your blend much closer than Laura did.
Oh, now I'm getting thrown under the bus.
See how that works?
Not fair. Not fair.
All right, matchup number 3. Let's see who's in the fight.
I don't know who's in the fight. Do you know who's in the fight? Let's see. Let's find a picture, because I don't know. Okay, so we have Area 51 Alien Blend. I believe that one is from Dave Vogelsang, and he is against Allocation Day Taterade, and that is
Bentley Pasco.
Bentley Pasco. But Troy put Dave's picture in that one as well, because they like to call each other taters.
Dave is the ultimate tater. See him there holding all them bottles?
So there we go. We got Area 51 Alien Blend. I am interested in the Area 51, because does that mean it's like out of this world in a good way or a bad way?
We're about to find out. Dave, are you still with us? No comment?
I didn't give him a wrench, so he's out. I'm out.
He's
no
out.
Wrench.
No wrench, I'm out.
Because I haven't opened YouTube to be able to do that yet. Been enjoying myself too much. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off.
Ah,
Oh, he's here. All good. Rigged already. Dave versus Dave. There you go. Okay.
wow.
Dave says, I will unsubscribe if I lose, just like Myron.
So what are you wowing there, Shane? What'd you drink?
I'm drinking an old Dusty, an old charter from 1984.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Look at that beauty.
Look at that. 84.
It's
Older
tasty.
than me. That is older than me.
So last weekend we went on a little family whale watching trip.
Oh,
And driving up there, it's like Indian reservation after Indian reservation after Indian reservation.
yeah.
Just this old Highway 101 up onto the Olympic Peninsula. And we're passing all of these just old, run-down, decrepit liquor stores along the way. And it's just killing me that we're not stopping and looking. Because I was telling Laura, I'm like, I guarantee that one has Dusty Turkey in it. Drive by the next one. I guarantee that one's got Dusty Turkey in it.
That's right.
And I told her, so I'm like, on the way back, we're definitely stopping, and I'm going to explore these places. So we set the route home into the GPS, and instead of taking us down 101, it kicked us across the Hood Canal Bridge over to like Highway 3, and we end up like nowhere near where all these liquor stores were.
Maybe I did it on purpose. No, I did not.
So I didn't get to see what was in them.
Well, in the spirit of blending, I'm going to do my own blend on the screen, if you don't mind.
I
Sounds
love it.
good. And Gandy Road says, can we all take a field trip to Shane's?
Oh, yeah, you guys are always welcome. Come on down, Gandy. Any of you. The bar is open. All right, I got to go grab some stuff. I'll be right back.
All right.
Well, Dave, Off of my sip
Blend
and
in mine.
nose, this does not even taste like a blend. Tastes like I've had this before.
Like he put 99% of a whiskey in there and then like a drop of something else and called it a blend.
Troy left them all on the shelf. Yep, they'll still be there.
I mean, we're talking probably cheesy gold foil labels and, you know, just all of the great Boston Nichols turkeys.
I don't even know what that means. I'm not that wild turkey fanboy like you are, so older labels is what I'm hearing. If you described the label, I'd probably know what you're talking about.
Yo, that one you made me that one time, dude.
Hopefully you muted before you peed.
I feel like we were on a stream once and somebody forgot to mute when they peed. It might have been Myron.
It did happen. It was after I went to bed, so I missed it. But I did hear about it later. You're outing him. That was like after hours stuff. You can't. It was someone. It was someone.
I said it might have been.
It might have been
I
someone
honestly
else.
don't remember.
I was asleep, so I have no idea.
So we've got a bunch of new people in the chat. We have not been keeping up with that. We apologize, guys. Normally we're much more on top of the chat, but we are definitely trying to focus on these blends.
And I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be here to distract, and I'm not doing a good job.
That's okay.
You're totally fine.
I'm gonna catch up here. We got Tiller's Bourbon Challenge, Doug H, Roger Randall, Beach Sand Bourbon, Miracle Martinez, Josh Fritz, and there's probably more names, but they're not on my screen right now. Steven Scone's Shelf Sippers, promoting himself. Always allowed and encouraged.
Drop
you guys
links, guys.
You guys are already subscribed to us if you're talking, so we don't need to advertise ourselves. We can advertise anyone else. So, yes. And then Keith P. Thank you for the super chat. We will get you entered into the giveaway for Michter's Michter's flight here.
And we've been going about an hour, guys. Make sure if you have not already, you type hashtag Blendsanity into the chat so we can get you entered for the 2 free giveaways. There's 5 2-ounce samples in each of those giveaways. They are last week's eliminated blends, plus the recipe cards so you can see what we were tasting and what people submitted. It's a lot of fun. I hope whoever wins enjoys it as much as we did. Also, we are doing something a little different tonight with a patron-only giveaway. It is 2 2-ounce samples. One is a short barrel cigar batch, which is phenomenal, and the other is a short barrel 12-year MGP rye at 131.4 proof. It is the Wisdom Echoes pick. 2-ounce samples of each of those. All paid patron levels are entered into that automatically, and we've got to add a new person, a new patron that joined tonight during this stream. Thank you very much. And then, of course, we do have our elevated flight, the super chat giveaway. $5 super chat gets you entered into that. It is the Michter's 10-year bourbon, the Michter's 10-year rye, the Bombergers, and the Shanks.
While you were talking, did you hear knocking?
I may have heard knocking. I may have heard your daughter. I don't know.
Okay. Well, if someone's knocking at our door, they can just leave whatever they needed.
I mean, I can look out the window.
Oh, why don't you look out the window?
I'll look out the window.
I heard knocking.
There's nobody out there.
Okay, no cars. We're good.
Nothing but the blazing hot sun.
Yeah, we still got, what, another 2.5 hours before it starts cooling off. Sun goes down.
It's still 92 degrees.
Okay.
92.
Yeah,
Good.
in Washington. That's just not right. Bourbon and
not
Ball says, cheers, everyone. Listening to you guys in the car on way home from a win.
Cincinnati
Congrats
football.
on your win.
FC Cincinnati, yeah. So, Charlie, I mentioned earlier, everybody needs to check out your video on July 11th of us making fools of ourselves with your blend. Or not your blend, your blind. So hopefully you're going to have a bunch of people tuning in to watch that. We had a lot of fun with you guys. And I see Whiskey Wisdom showed up. Matt, you missed our intro. You're going to have to go back and watch that.
Yeah, he had to use that song that you sent him.
I gave you full props for that song.
Trash Palette Champ took out Sean. That's all I'm saying. Oh, geez. Wilmington Piper says 10 p.m. there and 84. Luckily, I know a lot of places, there's these people in the southern states, it doesn't cool off so much at nighttime. For us, it drops, like temperatures drop at night. So we're just not used to this hot stuff. We don't know what that's like. We're not used to it.
Mm. How's kind of like the foliage been there with all this heat? Is it still staying pretty green?
Yeah, so I mowed we got up early this morning, did some work out in the garden, did some work out in the yard. Garden's doing amazing. It's into the season where Laura has to water it, 2-3 times a week. Everything's heavily mulched, so it keeps the moisture in. The grass is growing a lot slower. It's starting to yellow. The dandelions are taking over, so that's what I'm mowing basically is the dandelions. Nope, you got to pick. That's not gonna fly.
Did you guys have another tie?
So
Actually, it's worse than me picking a tie. We both had it as a tie.
we're gonna have to visit these a little bit more. These are both pretty good.
They actually have similar flavor
They do.
profiles. One's just higher proof than the other. Is what I feel like. But I feel like they're probably blended with very similar ingredients here. I'm gonna guess there's some Buffalo Trace products. It has that kind of fruitiness that I would expect in a Buffalo Trace product.
I thought I might have detected a little turkey funk on them.
Turkey funk.
So how
The bad
did
thing
you?
about using turkey and blends is you can't get them cast strength.
Yeah. So how's your blend working out there, Shane?
Really good actually. I just added something to it. I wanted to kind of sweeten it up a little bit. So I did some Michter's barrel strength rye, and Old Kirk, which is 6-year Willet Purple Top. And then I just added some light whiskey to it to try and sweeten it up a little bit. Kind of bring that
You're
finish.
going with some crazy different flavors there. That sounds fun.
I got inspired.
We got an Old Kirk this year, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. We've never had a purple top, so that was our first experience with it. Troy had it in a blind, and we liked it so much we had to be like, hey, can anyone find us a bottle of this?
Yeah. So I was alternate for the Dusty Dan's Double Trouble Invitational.
Oh.
Yeah. So Mark from Northwest Bourbon, his partner got sick, went into the hospital. I ended up stepping in for him, and we were in a matchup. I literally had COVID. We were in this matchup, and we won.
Wow.
But it was before I lost my sense of smell and taste. So we liked this. It was like the best sample we tried that night. So we reached out to Ethan and Katie Turk, who sent us the samples, and they were like, yeah, we can get this. They're all over Tennessee just sitting on the shelves. And they hooked us up with one. And, man, it's amazing. Turns out we like Willet Purple Tops.
Turns out there's probably a reason that people really like it. Chase it and spend that crazy amount of money. But it's even cheaper to get it in a different label.
Yeah, I mean, like half to a third of the price is a Purple Top to get it as an Old Kirk.
Yeah, they're so some of the barrels, the single barrel
Craft Spirits.
Barrel Craft. Thanks. I was like struggling with how do I word this so people know what I'm talking about. Barrel Craft Spirits. They have some that are Willets, and we saw one that we were pretty sure is probably a Willet.
Yeah. So the rumor is if it's a Z batch from Kentucky, it is Willet Purple Top.
But it was over $100, and without tasting it, I didn't want to end up with something that was not Willet. So we left it on the shelf. It's just been sitting there. It'll probably sit there for another year or something.
Yeah.
They've got like 4 different single barrels that say nothing about them. It's like, well, how am I supposed to know which one it gets?
Yeah. So we do have a winner in this matchup, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's one of the highest scoring matchups we've had. It is the closest matchup we've had. It was a 1-point win.
Because we revisited, because it was a tie for both of us.
149 to 148.
Wow.
So
Congratulations. That's pretty good.
Both of these probably could be just sitting on a shelf as an actual whiskey, and people would spend money on it.
Yeah.
They're that good. You guys should both be proud of yourselves.
Fantastic. So the winner of this matchup is Area 51 Alien Blend. Congratulations, Dave.
Man, his head is just going to be huge. And according to that picture, it's already big.
Congratulations, Dave.
Yeah.
Now, I already have it right here.
She's already got it.
I want to read this one.
Bentley, you put up a great fight. That was an amazing blend.
Yes. So this one says, the blend for a fledgling tater to enjoy while waiting in line at an allocation drop, praying they might get their hands on sought-after juice from the brown water gods. This blend is a 4-grain product, was haphazardly blended by some idiot on the internet. Good luck. Oops, lost my pencil.
There goes the pencil. She's gonna reveal the recipe.
It's definitely sealed. Okay, allocation day taterade. Approximate proof 101. I thought that drank much hotter than that.
I thought it was right at 101.
Oh, well, I guess I just don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, this is 2 parts E.H. Taylor single barrel. As I said, there's definitely some Buffalo Trace in here. It had that fruitiness to it. 1 part Weller Full Proof and 1 part Weller 12. So, all fantastic bottles. Makes sense that those would blend well together and taste like it's should be on the shelf. Makes sense.
It was really, really good.
Very good. Thank you for submitting that. Very much enjoyed it.
All right, I gotta reach further for the next set of glasses.
Dude, my blood's kicking right now. This is so good.
You've made a winning blend?
I totally did. Yeah, it's a four bottle blend. And the final piece that brought it home.
Oh,
damn.
yeah, that adds some proof and a lot of vanilla and that kind of stuff to it. Yum.
Yeah, that one tied it all together nicely.
Okay, so this next matchup, we have had one of these bottles before because we had two matchups. Oh, I guess the last one also we had before as well. But we had two matchups that had to start and have an extra round. So one of these has already won a matchup and the other hasn't. We have Wild Nights in Florida. This is from Carlos,
Yep.
right?
That has to be Carlos.
Carlos at Whiskey Wisdom.
And
Or Whiskey Corner, I mean.
Yeah,
Whiskey
Corner. And then we have PB and E Blend, and that is from Gandy Road. So
A tribute to the late night snack favorite of one Professor Rusty J. Lugnuts.
it does not taste like peanut butter or eggs from my memory. But maybe on the second time around, that egg note will just come through and I'll know what he's talking about.
And a very cool tater sticker on the bottle. It is
Hold it up.
it is from what movie is that?
I don't know movies. You're asking the wrong person. You're usually the star of that kind of stuff.
I literally had the movie on the tip of my tongue and just lost it.
Does it have something?
Hangover.
Show the picture again.
Oh.
I didn't see it. What is it?
Is it from Hangover?
It's from Hangover.
Oh yeah, totally. That's
Passed out with a chicken behind him.
Yep.
Nice cork pop.
So Carlos versus Gandy Road here. I am looking forward to this. And, I've never been to Florida, so I hope this makes me know what it's like to have a wild night in Florida. That's what I want out of this blend.
Well, I've had plenty of wild nights in Florida. Of course, I was more in the panhandle. I was stationed in Pensacola for a brief period of time back when I was in the Navy.
Navy? Yeah.
I was Navy, yeah. And had quite the experience partying my ass off there. And then we would venture frequently into LA, which is
Louisiana.
Lower Alabama.
Lower
Lower.
Alabama. Okay.
Fair enough. Yep. You're talking about that's East LA.
I was thinking Louisiana too. So I was trying to think of my geography there.
Yep.
Like what state is is next to?
Been to like Biloxi, Mississippi, all over them southern states. New Orleans, fantastic time.
I have not been to that part of the country.
Rusty knows what I'm talking about.
I know all about LA.
Yeah. Oh, I can do
And
that.
Cast529 said he did his time in Jacksonville.
Nice.
Oh, nice. I used to live in Jacksonville, Cats Group 529, for many years. Spent a lot of time out on Blunt Island.
Bourbon drop. 2 wild nights for me. There we go. Michael Bortner, first pour, just got off work. That's a nice warm up. It's low proof. It's sweet. You're having your dessert before you really get into the drinking. It's nice.
I'm gonna send this blend to you guys. Holy crap!
Maybe you'll have to enter our next competition.
Yeah, this thing is stupid. I'm not even kidding. Wow.
Well, I like the ingredients, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't stationed in Fort Lickerdale, but I did spend a couple nights there.
Fort Lickerdale.
So I was a submarine sailor, and I was on a missile sub, and we did a lot of like when we would test fire missiles, we did it off of Fort Lauderdale, and that was where we would like reload and offload, and we'd offload war shots and reload the dummy shots. And so I spent a few nights in Fort Lickerdale, and that was a pretty good place to hang out too.
I feel like you had names for like every city and the people in different cities, because you talked about that when you were stationed in Washington, and all the women that guys were.
But I can't talk like that anymore.
It's definitely not.
That's frowned upon these days.
I think John's Crayons was asking you a question there.
Oh wait.
Yeah, he said, "Who's the sexy man on the right?"
That's Troy.
On my right, it's you.
You're on our right.
Well, I guess, Troy, you're on the screen. You're on my right.
Yeah,
John.
see?
Could be both you guys. Don't admit to any felonies on screen.
That's right.
We just have to delete it.
So, believe it or not, I have a felony story.
Oh, go on.
Oh, go on.
So, I finished all of my schooling and everything, about 2 years of like advanced electronic training and stuff, and then I ended up on a submarine. I was a sonar technician. I was stationed up out of Silverdale, Washington on the USS Nevada. As I said previously, missile submarine. Big Trident submarine. So, being from Washington State, I would come home on the weekends. It was about a two and a half hour drive for me. So literally every weekend, unless I was on watch, I would drive home, hang out with friends and family. The first ex-wife, who was not a wife at the time. Anyways, with her brother, we went out drinking one night, and he lived on this road called Nevada Drive. Me being on the USS Nevada, him living on Nevada Drive, after a few beers, you just think that that's meant to be. So we hopped into his little Fiat Spider and drove up and down that road at about midnight and stole every Nevada Drive sign off of that road.
Oh, I thought you only took one.
No.
You didn't. The story changed, I swear.
We stole every sign off of that road.
Wow.
No wonder you got caught.
And basically ditched them in his garage and then drove into town to hit up the McDonald's and see what kind of partying was going on in town.
McDonald's!
It's not a big town we live in. But all the kids back then used to hang out at the McDonald's. There was cruising up and down the strip, and then they would hit the McDonald's. People would smoke some pot and drink some beers and all that kind of kid stuff. And
this was in the 80s.
It was in the 80s, yes. Late 80s. Might even like be 1990-ish. It was a long time ago. Anyways, we ran into one of my ex-brother-in-law's cousins, who was more...
Ex-brother. I need a map.
Right?
He
was more drunk than us,
here.
and he was like getting in a fight at McDonald's. Big high school rivalries back then. And the Mark Morris, Ari Long rivalry.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, so we pull him out of the fight, put him in his truck, and send him home. And we're going to follow him home because we're less drunk than he is.
Yeah.
So we get all the way basically out to the country road that he was going to turn on to his house. And he decides he's not done partying. So he steps on the gas and tries to outrun us and goes straight into a ditch. And took out a stop sign, all kinds of crazy stuff. So I get out, I'm trying to stand the stop sign back up. My brother-in-law is trying to convince him to go home, and they're probably 200 yards further back down the road than me fighting. So I get the stop sign looking somewhat normal, and I start walking back towards them. and all I see is flashing blue and red lights.
Oh no.
So I keep walking. I could have hid. I keep walking. And as I get close enough, my ex-brother-in-law is looking at me, just shaking his head no. So I keep walking. I walked 6 miles home.
Oh, jeez.
At like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Sometimes you just got to do it.
Right. And you know, I don't live in home. I'm at the first ex-wife's parents' house, the in-laws.
By the way, Bourbon Drop enjoys you saying the first ex-wife.
Yeah. So there was, I saw it in a movie once, and it never rang more true. There was Satan and the sequel.
Yeah.
And then Laura. So Laura's wife number 3 for me. Anyways, I go to the in-laws' place, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I get the keys to my truck because I'm stone sober by now. And I had ex-brother-in-law's wallet in my possession. I don't know how or why, but I did, and I knew he was in trouble with the police, so I had to get it to him. So I get in my truck, I drive up to his house. He's not home. I'm about out of gas, so I drive back down into town to get gas. I'm pulling into the AM PM for gas. Lights and sirens go on behind me. And it was a county sheriff followed me from ex-brother-in-law's house all the way down into town to the gas station. And he's like, first question out of his mouth is, do you know this man? And I was like, yeah, he's my brother-in-law. He's like, what do you know about the street signs? And I was like, oh shit. And he's like, come with me. Cuffed me, threw me in the back of the car, took me to jail. I spent from...
What street signs? Troy, where were you, man?
Exactly.
You locked up.
I mean, I've learned since then, right?
You didn't go, I didn't touch those, whatever.
And list the street name.
So all the correction officers that are working at the jail, as they're fingerprinting me and taking pictures and doing all this stuff, they're like, oh, you're in the Navy? Well, your career's done, and just like painting this awful picture. Throw me in like this big, like 20-person cell, and I find an open bunk bed and crawl in it and try to get some sleep. And Patrick, I see you in there. It was the old county jail that's over on the riverside, not the new county jail. So I'm up on like the 5th floor. The courthouse is below us. They wake us up in the morning. The in-laws had bailed me out, left my brother-in-law, their son, in jail because they knew he instigated it.
Yeah, of course.
So I go home. I tell my parents what happened, and they pay the ex-in-laws back their money that they paid for bail. And I basically go back to base with like a return to court on this date at this time notice. And I tell my chief petty officer what's up. He's like, well, whatever happens, you know, we'll figure out what to do with you from there. Time goes by. I go back to court, and I'm in there with my parents. Ex-brother-in-law's in there by himself because his parents didn't want anything to do with it.
Jeez.
And the judge basically reads the notes on the case. And he called a recess. We were like up next. He calls a recess. Didn't know what was going on. Next thing you know, somebody from the court, some employee from the court came out and asked for me to come into the back room. I get back there, and it's the judge. And he's laughing. He's like, are you really in the Navy? I was like, yes, sir. He's like, and you're on the sub, the USS Nevada? I'm like, yes, sir. He's like, and you stole all these Nevada Drive street signs? I'm like, yes, sir. That about sums it up. And he laughs for a couple minutes. He's like, well, we're going to give you a deferred prosecution, which basically means that if I stay clean for a year, I check in once a month, and I pay a fine. I think it was like $400. Then it basically never happened. And I'm like, well, I won't be able to check in every month because I deploy on a submarine. He's like, You just have your wife fill out the form and mail it to us. So I basically got off from this whole thing.
Dude.
And while I'm back there with him, I'm like, oh, by the way, my brother-in-law who was with me, he's out there waiting for the court case. He's like, bring him back here too. We'll give him the same deal. So we got off.
Nice. He knew why you
Always
were
Fish
paying.
Hard says, you had the right to remain silent, just not the ability.
Exactly.
Oh, I love that. That's a good one. That is a. Were you scared in that moment? Like when they called you back there, were you like, oh shit?
Oh yeah, I thought for sure Navy career was over. I was gonna be like making big rocks into little rocks. Everything was going through my mind.
Nice. Were you going to cool hand Luke it? Were you going to do the whole?
I mean, I don't know that I could eat 50 hard-boiled eggs, but I would have tried.
That's pretty. Like, that was impressive. Like, for those of you who've not seen that movie, you should watch that movie. That's pretty impressive.
I don't have good stories like that. I was a much,
Well, Laura, you need to
much
step
less
it up.
crazy
You need to
20-something-year-old.
step it up, Laura. You still got time.
I do. I'm just not young and stupid now. Do you
We need to
still
get you
have
some more
one of those
hazmat.
signs?
That's what we need to do. We need to get you some more hazmat.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
So Josh Fritz, the police confiscated all of the signs but one. One was kind of stashed in his garage, and it was actually called South Nevada Drive. It was like an offshoot of Nevada Drive. Like I said, we took every sign that had Nevada on it. and the South Nevada Drive sign ended up on the submarine back in engineering by the shaft.
Wow. And that was, you said that the Nevada, that's an Ohio class. I think that might have been one of the Ohio classes that we refitted for the new, what is that? I think that's one of the ones that got refitted. It's going to drive me nuts now. I worked on that one. I can't remember what they called the upgrade. Damn it. And you were sonar tech, you said?
I was sonar, yes.
So you were the guy sitting there with the headphones on?
I was, yes.
Yeah.
Larry says his friend's uncle was a captain on a nuclear sub. Deployments were 6 months. How long were yours?
So we did 3 months in, 3 months out. Yeah, there were two crews assigned to the submarine, blue and gold crew. I was on the blue crew, and we just alternated. We'd spend roughly 85 to 95 days deployed. We'd come back into port. We'd do about a 21-day, they called it refit, where you brought on fresh stores, you did any repairs, any upgrades. We did a lot of busy work, chipping and painting and stuff like that. And then the other crew took off for their deployment, and we got to party on the beach for a while.
Yeah, nothing like partying on the beach in Washington.
When you're not deployed, you're on the beach. That's what it's called.
Rocks and all.
Bourbon Drop says Laura needs to rob a Walmart.
Exactly.
You know, I don't think they'd even stop me. They'd just be like, huh, all right, there's another person.
Yeah, nowadays you still under $1,000, they just let you go.
South Nevada Drive sheriff just opened the cold case.
We thought we found it.
Cheers, Iceman can't cook.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put that blend together and get it out to you. Holy moly!
So Cask 529 is saying stuff that I don't know what it means. So you're gonna have to read that.
So
and,
ASW is anti-submarine warfare.
Yeah, helicopter squadron.
And we never did Bahamas. When we did our stuff, we were usually off of Kauai. And I was actually over there when Hurricane Aniki came through, and it basically destroyed the underwater range off Kauai. So we spent a whole day. So we pull into Ford Island in Hawaii, and had no idea, but had family on the beach waiting when we got there, because they're looking for an opportunity to go to Hawaii and hang out. And
Heck yeah. Go back into the Navy. Take me to Hawaii.
My sailor's going to be in Hawaii, so they're waiting there for us when we pull in, and you can't hang out with your family because, being sonar, we're part of the fire control team for torpedoes. So we had to stay behind. We had to offload our war shots, unload dummy shots, so we could go out the next day to the practice range, and we shoot these practice torpedoes. And it's all lined with hydrophones and stuff, so they could hear it all and make sure that you know where the torpedoes are going, and you're aiming at targets that are real and all this kind of stuff. It's a proficiency test, basically.
You're welcome.
So we spend an entire day getting these torpedoes or shots offloaded, the practice shots on the boat, and then they give you 24 hours on the beach before you're going out again. So 24 hours on the beach, we head out, hang out with the family, do some party and eat some good food, all that kind of stuff. I'm asleep in bed in the middle of the night, and there's a knock on the door, and they're like, "There's a hurricane coming to Hawaii. You got to go. We're going back to the boat." I'm like, "I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here." Act like you never found me. About 10 minutes later, another knock on the door. It's someone a little more senior. They're like, "We got to go." Like, I went through this 3 times, and finally they basically forced me to go back to the boat.
They're like, "Arrest him."
So we get underway in the middle of the night with a skeleton crew, because they couldn't find everybody. I mean, people are scattered and they're drunk all over Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
So we get underway in a hurricane, and a submarine is not very stable on the surface of the water. So it's bobbing around like a cork in water, literally. Everybody's getting sick. They're puking into buckets and stuff. We get out to where we're supposed to go, and then we dive. And like every ship in the port took off at the same time. They were all trying to get out to sea because it's safer for a ship out at sea during a hurricane. And we were in a box. It was like a 5 square mile box to just go and basically punch holes in the ocean, driving in circles, figure eights, whatever. And we were with 3 other submarines, and the only thing we had was depth separation. So you had a box from this depth to this depth, and they had this depth to this depth. So we're out there, and because they were all home ported out of Ford Island, and we were not, they let us back in the next day. So we were only out there basically overnight till the hurricane passed, and then we came back into port, made sure our families survived the hurricane, and they basically had a hurricane party where they all went into one hotel room and, just...
Drink.
Yeah, pretty much.
Might as well. Always Fish Hard says if there's any missing Nevada Drive signs in Longview, he'll know where they are.
Exactly.
And Steven says he works with a lot of Navy nukes at the nuclear power plant. Cast 529 said it was a fun 3 to 4 days when they went out there. Wilmington Piper did some work. Gosh, all these letters. NPTU as a CT contractor. Hey, thanks, David. Hit the thumbs up. Like the thing if you're liking it. Good night. Beach Sand Bourbon, good night.
That was profound, Laura.
It was. I'm just so good with
that's
these
a
words.
T-shirt right there, by the way. Like the thing if you're liking it. Yes. That is a T-shirt. Hey, did you guys get any Copper River salmon this year?
We did not do any fishing. What kind of salmon did we got? Salmon from someone.
Yeah, Copper River's got to come out of Alaska. but they get it up there at Pike Street.
okay.
Like it's pretty common up in the Northwest. Like it would have just wrapped up. I think the season just ended like about 2 days ago.
those are sockeye salmon at a Copper River, right?
No, they have king too.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah.
We are also part of this like fish club, I guess. It's like a monthly delivery box. So we get a lot of salmon. So we've possibly had. I mean, we get like every kind of salmon there is.
So nobody that I know fished for it, so we got nothing fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's literally the most renowned salmon in the world. Like all the sushi people are up there waiting for, because it can't be commercially fished, right? So the only way you can catch these is you have to charter, or go on your own. And of course, they don't bite. You have to basically snag them because they're not hungry. And the appeal is the Copper River is the longest freshwater trek of any salmon that any salmon go on. So these salmon are extra fatty. So they are like so good. And the sushi guys just like one king you can pay for me. It'll pay for my whole trip to go up there for a week.
Oh, wow.
One king will pay because they pay like $30 a pound on the spot. And those kings are anywhere from 60 to 80 pounds. So yeah, you can do well. And the only problem is you're only allowed to catch one. But like sockeye, I think you can get like 5, and then what's the other one? There's another salmon that goes in there too. There's 3 that kind of run, but they are really exceptional. They're just really, really exceptional.
Yeah. So my mom's neighbor just retired, and he went up to British Columbia and fished the Fraser River for their sockeye run. And so we did get some sockeye from that run, and that's fresh. And I think one of these weekends she's expecting me to smoke that.
No.
Oh, did we already eat it?
Oh, it was we were supposed to cook it for them? No, we ate it.
I guess we ate it already.
It was good. I didn't know. Well, I guess we've got other salmon in the freezer. My bad. I will ask next time before I cook salmon, I guess.
Yeah. Hey Keith Smith, I see you in here, and thanks for the super sticker, buddy. Did Gandy Road get your contact information? You won a wheel horse pick from him during our charity raffle that went on 2 weekends ago. No, two Fridays ago. Not this Friday, but last Friday. If not, you can reach out to us and I'll connect you to.
Yeah.
You got a winner?
I do. I was waiting for you.
Okay. We have a split decision again.
Oh, jeez. Please don't tell me it's tied.
It's not tied.
Okay.
We both just picked a different winner.
Tonight is different because every other time we've been very much on the same.
But it is a close matchup. 139 to 136.
You've got your numbers wrong.
Do I?
You put that as the winner?
I had this guy by a point, but overall, you can do the math. You can double check the math if you want. We have some controversy brewing.
Uh-oh. Hanging chads.
Mm-hmm.
I demand a recount from all rounds, Whiskey Wisdom says.
Which number one? That one?
Number 1.
Okay, which is the one that I said?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I thought it was the other way around. Okay, well, I guess I will change. Well, they were both very good.
They were both very good.
Obviously.
139 to 136. So clearly that's a close matchup. And I actually had sample number 2 winning. Laura had sample number 1 winning. But the scores tell the whole story. So you ready to share?
Yep, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
The winner is the PB&E blend. Congratulations, Gandy Road.
Gandy
You've
Road
won twice now.
is moving on.
That just sounds
Whiskey Wisdom
disgusting.
says, rigged. I demand a recount. It does not taste like peanut butter or eggs. So
Okay. It does. What's up?
it's actually quite fruity.
It's very, very good. Like I said, everyone who entered put in a fantastic blend. This has not been easy. I'm going to pull the recipe for the Wild Nights in Florida, and I will read
I
it
did
to
text
you.
Carlos, by the way, and unfortunately he couldn't be here. He was out with the family tonight, but he is on his way home. So
Those are fantastic bottles.
So this was 1.5 ounces of Still Austin Blue Corn Bourbon at 100 proof, 1.5 ounces of Old Forester 1924,
okay.
1.5 ounces of Penelope Valencia, the Tampa Barrel Club pick at 110 proof, and 1.5 ounces of ASW Fiddler Georgia Heartwood at 118.4 proof.
Well, it's quite good.
Yeah, that was good.
I feel like if that's what a wild night in Florida is, it may be kind of tame for a wild night, but it's quite tasty.
Sign me up.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
We're down to our final matchup.
Final matchup.
Final.
And Rusty is getting restless. He wants it to be opened up so he can
Rusty
join.
wants to come on screen. Both of these bottles have tater stickers, and one of them is just crazy. It's got a wax dip seal. It's got a dick pic.
Dang.
a different kind of. Hold on.
Hey, you know,
I've been
whatever works.
drinking. You're distracting me. I don't know what to click anymore. I'm so confused. Okay, so matchup number 5, the final matchup tonight. We have Old Rick Van Wrinkles. So that is Rick Moreland versus Slim Shady Flipped the Bird from Northwest Bourbon.
And Rick literally said, he's like, I'm old, I'm wrinkled, my name is Rick, and I drive a van.
So that's where the name came from.
And there is the tater sticker.
Sorry, you're blocking my...
You're fine.
Oh, I already soloed us. Never mind.
There is the
Man,
dick
they got
pic.
serious about their wax on that.
Yep, there's a dick pic right there.
Yeah, it was
There
Guitar
totally.
pic with dick on
There
it.
is a second tater sticker. And then Slim Shady Flipped the Bird. Also,
Dude, are those these sample bottles? Like these little are those 3-ounce sample bottles? Or are they
well, we
5
told him to
ounce?
send 6, so I think there's 6 ounces.
Maybe 5 ounces.
I think-
that one looks bigger. That's
this
probably
one's-
8 ounce
This
or
one's
10
probably
or
10.
something.
But this one is 6.
Okay.
They're... Well, I don't know what they are. They don't say on them. They're bigger than a normal sample bottle. I know that. And they have tater stickers, which is awesome.
I freaking love it.
Cast529 says theirs was 7 ounces. So then that one would be 7 ounces because it's the same size, and that one's bigger.
Nope, that one's...
No,
Yeah,
it's
they
not.
are the same size.
Awesome.
All right, I'm gonna put together a blend
How do
right
you
now.
open
For
it?
this. No.
You pull the dick.
I'm hoping that if I pull the dick pic, the wax comes off, and it seems to be doing that. You can have the dick pic.
I want to put it on our wall.
Bro.
I'll put it up here.
What will the neighbors think?
I need a tack or something. Here we go. Dick pic.
I love it. Rick, you made the wall.
You've made the wall. Congratulations. So this is our final matchup of the night. which is good because I don't know that I can do more than that in one night. That is a lot. Gandy Road says he thinks we might be hungry at this point. Is that why we picked PB and E? Because we wanted something to eat. Troy made me popcorn to have after this this matchup, and it's just been sitting there staring at me. But I got to drink this whiskey, and I don't want the whiskey to...
We must drink whiskey.
Popcorn and whiskey goes together so well.
It does, but I don't want it to like change my rating of a.
Yeah, no, I got you.
You know, so I think I will put. Just a second. Rusty, if you're still here, I am just going to put the link in there anyway. So if you want to jump in or other people want to jump in, that's okay. Because we're just still going to be we're drinking this last one.
We won't bring anybody else out until we're done with this. And also, I want to say if you have not entered for the giveaways, hashtag Blendsanity, we are giving away 2 flights of 5 2-ounce samples. They are the last week's contestants who were eliminated. We have a patron only giveaway, so if you would like to get in on that, you can join our Patreon still at any paid level, and you're into that. It is the short barrel cigar batch, which is sold out everywhere, and the short barrel 12-year cask strength rye Wisdom Echoes pick, also sold out everywhere. And then we're going to do our elevated flight $5 super chats, and it is the Michter's 10-year bourbon, 10-year rye, and the Bomburgers and Shanks.
Mr. Richie J said, Rick made the wall, so we won't hear the end of that.
They both smell quite good. Are you doing another blend there, Shane?
Well, it's the same blend. I'm bottling up, though, because I'm going to send it to you. Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yep. I'm going to get it bottled up, because I'm going to put this with that whiskey or the tequila that I send out. Which I know there's a couple giveaways I've got going out this week, so I've been kind of late getting them out. I've been busy. A lot going on.
Heck yeah.
So which one's which?
Number 1
is the...
and number 2.
Okay. That is interesting. It's got some proof to it, which is pretty good, which is probably a good thing when you get to the end. When you've had, you know, what have we had? 8 samples already. It's probably good that the last one has some proof to it to really kind of hold up to...
Sets it aside from the crowd.
Well, when you've been drinking that much, if it doesn't have proof, it kind of falls flat, right?
I mean, we've had some pretty high scoring blends tonight. This has really been a treat. You guys definitely came to play. I'm impressed.
I am excited to be done with this tonight so we can give away some whiskey, because I think that's my favorite part of our live stream. And it seems like it's always the same people, even I don't know how, but it's my favorite part to give away stuff, which is why we had to increase, 3 giveaways in a night wasn't enough, so we had to go to 4.
Well, we went from 1 to 3 to 4.
We never did 2.
We never did 2. But, we like giving stuff away, so. Rusty, we do see you back there. We'll bring you out in a bit, buddy.
Mm-mm.
We've got a celebrity sighting in the chat, people.
Uh-oh.
We do? We do? Is it?
Adam. He's
There he
coming
is.
Hey,
in.
Adam. Nice to see you.
Cheers, buddy.
And then Whiskey Nature says, strange thing is, I'm lying in bed going to sleep listening to Troy and Laura. So that was last night. We went to bed and Troy turned on the TV. I sleep with earplugs in, so I usually barely hear things and don't really care what's playing. But he turned on a live stream with Rusty and Matt from Whiskey Wisdom and
Timmy from
Timmy.
Off Track Syndicate.
And
Oh, wow.
it was very difficult to fall asleep with the two of them talking. I was like, but I should not be hearing them while I'm trying to sleep.
So Whiskey Wisdom normally goes live on Friday nights. And he's like, he put out a community post. He's like, I'm going to spend the night with the family. We're not going to go live. It's holiday weekend, blah, blah, blah. So I messaged him. I'm like, hey, I respect you're not going live, but I don't want to be logging in to YouTube about bedtime and finding that you've had an impromptu live going for an hour and I knew nothing about it. He's like, there's no live tonight. So we get into bed, I turn on YouTube, and there's an impromptu live, and Matt's on the screen. He blamed it all on Rusty.
It's Rusty's fault. I see him shaking his head. I don't think it was his fault. I think he's saying that it was Matt's. And since Matt's probably not still in the chat, we can blame it all on him.
Of course.
Mm.
And we've got Father Fortenberry in here as well.
Life from the patio.
Cheers to
representing.
you. You guys
Yeah,
are hilarious.
cheers.
So hope you're having some sips on the patio or wherever you're at.
We got that whole crew coming on the show with us in August. That's going to be a insane night. Be sure to tune in for that one.
Nice.
I don't know which one I like more.
I know these have all been tough matchups.
That's a good
I
thing,
bet
though.
there's some-
Actually, in
I
fact,
bet
that's
there's
a
some
great
Maker's Mark in this one.
Maker's
Because
Mark.
his name is Mark, or because he has 40 bottles of it.
Because he has 40 bottles of Maker's Mark, it's his favorite brand. I bet there's some Maker's Mark in it. I could be wrong, but
Just a little hack. If you have a Maker's bottle and the cork goes bad, the JD corks work very well in there.
Oh, look at that.
yeah, we have a few bottles. I don't know which ones that have mismatched corks.
Our Rye
Yeah.
3 cigar blend, cigar cut.
Whatever it's called. Cigar something.
I think it's the Rye 3 cigar cut. Has a Michter's cork in it.
Ah, nice.
Now, for everybody watching in chat, tonight being the first Saturday of the month, we will be ending a little early. We have a hard stop about 8:45 Pacific time. Mark from
So in
Northwest Bourbon.
45 minutes.
Yeah, 45 more minutes. Mark from Northwest Bourbon does his Veterans live stream tonight at 9 p.m. on the West Coast. We are going to encourage you all to go over there. He does an amazing job of highlighting veteran-owned distilleries, all of the local Pacific Northwest distilleries, but tonight is specifically designed to celebrate veterans and all they've contributed to our society. And
That's
like I said,
fantastic.
he does an exceptional job of highlighting like real world issues, military news, all of that good stuff. So we're going to encourage you all to jump over to his stream in about an hour.
It can be a little emotional at times, but it's especially for veterans, it's a great place just to, drink with other veterans and
We do lose
supportive.
on average 22 veterans a day in America due to suicide.
Man.
So we will be doing 22 push-ups on that live stream.
Man.
Yeah.
22 a day?
22 a day.
It's more than that, but
It's more than that,
sad.
but that's the official number. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that is so sad.
Always fish hard. We, I mean, that makes sense to put them in empty E.H. Taylor tubes. We have a bag, like a Ziploc bag in one of our drawers inside of our whiskey room, and that's where we keep all our old corks. for that reason. We, you know, someday we might make a tabletop with them, but for now, they just are used for filling corks that break.
Here's also a hack. Make sure that if you do that you're wetting your corks about once a year at least. Otherwise, when you go to use them in another bottle, they will break.
It'll break
because
too. Good point. I didn't even think about that. So I guess we'll have to add some water or something to that.
I just rinse them. Like once a year, I just go out and rinse them all. Just give them a nice little rinse.
Nice. Bourbon Syndicate, are you cork soakers, though?
Yeah, totally.
You know what?
Totally.
I missed your guys' conversation where you said whatever this means, and I'm okay with that. I don't need to know what your cork soaker conversation is.
I mean, I feel like you were there.
I don't think I
That was just on one of our
I think I
really
left.
drunk nights.
I think I left.
Okay, so we have a winner.
Is it this one?
And
Okay, let me find the...
this was a very, very close matchup. Again, both of these...
You said that every time, though. Every time. Just so you know.
They have been very close matchups.
So...
you have to pick a winner. It was not a tie.
So matchup number 2 was not close. So matchup number 1 was 4 points. Matchup number 2 was 8 points. Matchup number 3 was 1 point.
Only because there was a tie and we had to change
number
it.
4 was 3 points. This one right here is 1.5 points.
1.5 points? Who's doing half points here?
1.5 points separating advancing in Blendsanity 2024 and being sampled out for next week's giveaway.
So let's see. The winner of this one is
143 to 141.5.
Slim Shady Flipped the Bird is the winner of this one.
Rick, do not be disappointed with your blend, buddy.
It's very good.
That would have beat 1, 2.
That's what we tell every loser. Is that don't be disappointed with the fact that you lost.
That would have beat 5 blends tonight. You did phenomenal. That was such a good blend.
It was very good.
None of the blends that it needed to be.
And there will be 2 people that get to enjoy it next week.
Yeah, so let's see what was in the old Rick Van Winkles.
Ooh, you got lots to read
Oh
there.
boy.
Read it.
So it says, Baker Drinks Blend Off. You need to know that on Christmas Eve 2020, I lost my taste and smell. I'm still trying to recover from that COVID thing. My taste is about 75%, and my smell, well, let's just say my smell has not come back as much. So I can't smell my whiskey.
So enjoy this
Very
good
much, which sucks. So if you use my blend, I'm looking forward to your opinions, good or bad. 1 ounce of Old Crow, 80 proof.
I wouldn't expect that as a blend that would be submitted.
1 ounce Penelope Architect, 104 proof. 1 ounce of Cooper Craft, 100 proof. 2 ounces of Michter's US 1. 2 ounces of Rittenhouse Rye. 2 ounces of Elijah Craig 18. 2 ounces of Elijah Craig C923. And 1 ounce of Elijah Craig Toasted. So after mixing the above 12 ounces, I didn't like the proof point, so I blended it with 8 ounces of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Store Pick from NT Brothers in Tupelo, Mississippi. 8 years old at 134.9, bringing my blend to 110 range. I tell you what, Rick, that was a good blend. And you guys all night long have made me, like, remember when we started, I was like, the typical thing that we saw for the losers last week was that the blends kind of fell apart when they blended more than 3 whiskeys. There's been some big blends tonight, and they've been really, really good.
Yes. They don't taste like they, like there was too much in them. They taste just right.
And Mary Moreland, you're correct. He is on the wall. He will remain on the wall forever.
Yep. I just have to move so you can see it. There's the dick pic.
I will probably move it up higher so it's in a more prominent location, but he is on the wall forever.
I guess we could put it in the middle right here. There you go. You can put it. You can just stuff it in right there. There it is.
Right between us. The dick pic.
Okay, let's bring Rusty on now because we finished drinking our samples. Hey, Rusty.
What's up, big guy?
How
What's
are
happening
you tonight?
I am wonderful. So Shane, look, I've been trying to get everybody to try this. You know, it's the Rich and Rare Reserve. Now, look, it's cheap and it's good. I mean, Dave even said it is the best $12.99 handle that you can buy, and you know,
a handle for $12.99.
Come on.
I'm in, brother. I'm in. I'm gonna go.
Look, so let me show you because there was some confusion on another channel. The bottle has to look like this. There it is, right there, Rich and Rare. It's got to have the gold top. Now, if you can find the glass bottle, that would be great. But mine's plastic. Gandhi found a glass bottle. I'm jealous, but you know, and look for what it is. It's freaking good. I mean, come on.
We will probably pick it up. We did look on the Oregon website, and it is
in abundance.
One of the closer stores to us, maybe half an hour drive away, which isn't
20 minutes.
20 minutes drive, so not too bad. And it is what? $23 for the handle.
For the home
really?
wrecker.
Oh, okay. Home wrecker.
In a glass bottle.
Wait, I mean, it's whiskey's more expensive out here, but
you gotta highlight Gandy. You gotta highlight Gandy's message. That's all. It's the best $12 whiskey he's ever spent, and he's still overspent.
Yeah.
And we've got
what's up, Rick?
Rick Moreland here.
Hello. I had a great time, man. I'm so glad y'all liked it.
That was a great blend, buddy.
It was. It's a very interesting blend. I'm curious.
I don't know if they can hear me yet or not.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I had a great time, man. I'm so glad
Oh, you probably
Rick,
have YouTube open.
Yeah, turn
too.
off
You gotta
YouTube in the
turn
background, Rick.
YouTube.
Oh, in the background, turn it off.
Yeah.
How's that?
There you go.
That's much better. It gets rid of all the echoes.
Yeah, okay. I'm new to this, just like I was to the blending, man. I sure appreciate that opportunity.
Mr. Richie J. He is old and wrinkled. Love it.
Cheers, Rick. I haven't met you before, sir. Cheers.
Cheers.
Very good blend.
I seem to be frozen for some reason. I don't know why.
You're not on us. Yeah,
okay.
You're good with us.
Yeah. So maybe you can't see us, but we can hear you and see you. So that's okay.
If you're brand new, hashtag Blendsanity. We're giving away free whiskey in 1 minute.
1 minute.
So, Rusty, I'm going to do a blend that at least 50% of it is going to be Rich and Rare. At least 50%.
I'm telling you, man. For what it is, it's good. There it is. There's Gandhi. He's got the glass bottle. I'm jealous.
I'm going to do it.
Look at that. It's extra fancy at $12.
It's the nicest $12 bottle you'll ever buy.
Yeah.
It looks really nice. It's got the gold top.
I'm telling you.
It's got that gold
It might be
plastic
an
screw
infinity
top.
bottle for me. I don't know.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna get some wood chips, and I'm gonna double oak it. I'm gonna put it in there for a month or two and double oak it, and see, I might even do an amberana.
It'll be the most oak that Canadian whiskey's ever had.
Exactly.
Yes. There's plenty of corn in this bad boy. That's for sure.
Is it
Yes.
sweet?
Well, it's it's not really sweet. I mean, there's a slight sweetness to it, but it's
like it's kind of like the corn cobs that they put out at Thanksgiving time. The fake ones that are kind of plastic.
so I hear people talk about how Traveler and stuff tastes, and I really want to do a blind against Traveler and Rich and Rare, and I think for me, I think Rich and Rare would come out. I'm telling you, I think it would come out.
I mean, the competition's not very tough.
Yeah, well.
So William Hall says $12 whiskey and a $6 bottle. What can go wrong? And Hazmat says the glass is worth
nothing.
more than the juice.
Oh no, Doc's here. Doc just showed up.
Oh,
and
I'm
we got one more
to sample
comment.
this bad boy out.
Steven
too.
Scone says, "Yeah, give it the wood, Rusty. That'll help."
All right, we're gonna share the screen.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Let's give away some
Rusty.
whiskey. This is the free stuff. It is the
5 2-ounce samples.
5 2-ounce samples in
Wow.
each box. It'll be the people that did not progress in the Blendsanity competition. They were all good. It'll have the recipes in there as well, so you guys can remake them, the ones that you like. And
the week one losers.
I was trying to word it a lot nicer than you.
No, there was just like tonight, there was some great pours in here. I want you guys to taste them, and you can agree with us that they.
I
really
want
good.
somebody to. Yeah. I want somebody to blind this when they get it. I want them to blind it, true blind it, and see who you think is the winner of the losers.
There you go.
You think it's going to be Professor Rusty?
I absolutely think I absolutely think it will be. Absolutely.
It was pretty good. Let's see who the first winner is. We've got someone.
Oh, St. Lori.
Whiskey knows.
Marty,
there he goes. That's the perfect guy to do it right there.
Seen him.
I definitely trust his palate. That's for sure.
Haven't.
Hey, Rusty, I don't think your Glen's going to beat out my old pro,
I have
man.
a feeling he's not steering, but so I'll give it.
Marty, we got Artfully Bourbon in the house.
Hey, cheers to you guys. Thanks for being here.
Cheers, Artfully Bourbon. That's a name I don't know.
Look at that. Wow, a cooking channel with recipes. Exactly. It's a cooking channel. I'm going to remove it from the screen and just give it another...
Yeah, we'll give him a minute or two to respond. If he doesn't respond, we're going to spin a win. Spin again.
Hey, Rusty.
This is must be present to win.
Yeah.
So this is the only bottle, this Rich and Rare was the only bottle, when I scanned it into my only drams, it dropped the value of my collection.
What?
I like drams. Cool.
No.
Hey, Rusty.
Yeah.
I am laying here trying to sleep, and my fear is, as much as you've talked about Rich and Rare tonight, that I'm going to have nightmares.
No.
When I go home, I'm going to spend the $12 and pick up a bottle and do a fair review of that.
I want you to blind it. Didn't you get Travelers? I want you to blind it.
I'll send you a sample, buddy. Don't forget.
So,
a sample.
That is a Sazerac brand, by the way. That is a Sazerac branded whiskey.
Yeah.
Rich and Rare.
Yeah.
It could be what? Blanton's?
I need to interrupt. I screwed up and accidentally closed the giveaway tool. And I need everyone to enter the hashtag again. Hashtag
Wow.
I blame it on Rich and Rare.
Oh, I like those odds.
Hashtag.
I like those odds
Yeah,
right
she
there.
closed it out or something. I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, it looks like Whiskey Nose is probably not still here.
No,
but, everyone...
he was in there. I seen him. He came in and said he was here.
No, he did not.
I think Matt said he.
I thought he said maybe not.
Let's see. Oh no, Whiskey Wisdom said, "Whiskey Nose, I'm here. You can give it to Matt."
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, whatever.
So there's still two boxes to give away. As Dave says, it's harder to spell Blendsanity the later it gets.
Yeah,
46 people watching.
Nope.
Can we just hashtag blend? What about hashtag B? That might be easier.
I maybe next time, but I screwed up. So
free whiskey.
Keep
people.
Typing it in.
This is 10 ounces of free whiskey.
So Whiskey Rock says he let him know on Big Vic's. Well, if he comes back before I spin it twice,
yeah,
and
I did.
Something, then I can give it to him. But if he doesn't come back and say anything, then I guess he's got definitely more time than normal to accept it or not accept it.
We're up to 35 entries, 48 people watching.
Oh, dang it! Why didn't them people go to bed?
That hashtag was impossible. I enjoyed reading people mess it up over and over and over and over.
That was a couple weeks ago, right?
Over and over. Whiskey Nose is here. He made it. He was told. He's got friends. So you get one box of 5 samples that were in the competition last week.
It was the 5 blends that did not advance from last week, Marty. So
with the recipes. So
Marty,
I hope you enjoy it. Thank you, friend.
Marty, please true blind this and see who's the winner of the 5 losers.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So
yeah,
I'll give it like 2 more minutes, and so people can get that hashtag in there, since I screwed up and accidentally backed out. Apparently you can't back out and go back in. It doesn't work so well. So
she's been drinking a lot, people.
Hashtag Blendsanity. Enter for the free giveaway, and at 2 more minutes I will draw for the last winner.
All right, guys.
Mr.
Good
Mom,
night.
That's close.
It's close, but it just doesn't get you
Delenn,
there.
you look like you're about passed out anyways. You have a good night, buddy.
I've got to travel home tomorrow, and I just really wanted to give Rusty some shit about Rich and Rare Reserve.
I love it. Get a hold of us for that Scotch live stream.
Yes, sir. I will do that.
All right. Have a good night, buddy.
Bye.
Mark Gill, it's only 8:15. Too early for sleep. I agree. It is early, and I'm someone that goes to bed real early.
Yep. Hashtag Blendsanity, free whiskey. Enter it. You've got a couple minutes left, and then we're going to give it away. Then we're going to do our patron spin, and then our elevated flight super chat spin.
Whiskey Wisdom says, people are selling Rich and Rare Reserve to get the recycle cost for the glass bottle.
Does not surprise me. I mean, you're assuming he got the glass bottle because some of them are plastic.
Yeah, I got plastic.
Rusty's.
Isn't yours plastic, Rusty?
Yeah, mine's plastic. Yep. There he is, Steve Scone, 100 freaking subs. What's up, buddy?
Congrats.
Congrats, Steven. So, Rusty, Marty says he's definitely going to blind them, and he's going to pick the best loser.
Yes. Yes.
So you're the coolest kid at the loser table.
Maybe. I hope. I mean, I might not be. I might be last place. Whatever. You know, all I can do is.
You know what? I was actually checking and keeping track, and it has been the 2 minutes. You've had your chance to enter hashtag Blendsanity, and if you didn't enter it, well, you've lost your chance. At this point,
she's the quickest trigger finger in YouTube. I'm surprised it's not already spinning.
And it's spinning. Too late. If you didn't enter, you lost your chance. The winner of the second one is Piper John.
John, are you still here, buddy? I'm assuming you are since we just had to re-enter.
I am assuming he is as well, unless he typed it in and then left.
So my next video is because Piper John sent me a blind, and I did my overpass video blind. I just have to get it edited and put out there tomorrow.
He said to pay it
You
forward.
did another overpass video?
Oh,
but have
he
you
said,
done the Walmart video?
no, I haven't done the Walmart yet. Piper John said pay it forward. So
Rigged sanity.
Rigged sanity. I love
yeah.
it.
Did he say pay? Oh.
Said pay it forward.
Pay it forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I did not delete it this time,
We are
so I can
spinning again.
draw again.
Thanks, John.
Winner number 2. He probably was his blend in there?
Tiller.
Tiller.
Randy, are you still here?
I hope he should be.
Hey, Bakers, I'm going to have to take off.
He just entered.
Thank you for being
Shane,
here.
thanks so much for being here, buddy.
Well,
let's
honestly,
connect on
thanks
that
for
West
having me.
Coast slammering.
Yeah, let's. I don't know what November looks like for you, but let's start talking about November, and let's see what we can put together.
November's wide open for us right now.
But I'll tell you, my next slammering here is not going to be here. It's actually, we're planning on Scotland. So I'm going to put out, if anyone's interested, we're going to do a slammering in Scotland. I'm getting pricing back. There's a couple castles that we can rent over there. So we're looking at renting a castle, doing the distillery tours. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun for those that can do it. And I'm excited for it.
Dang.
Wow.
That's crazy.
But anyway, hey, I love you guys. Honestly, Laura, I'm glad to hear you're doing better. And all you guys in chat, amazing people. This community is amazing. Keep it up. This stuff like this is what makes this so much fun, right? Blendsanity, and then just hanging out and bullshit. And that's what it's all about, getting to one another. So I appreciate you.
See you, Shane.
Take care, Shane. Love you, brother.
See you, Shane.
And Tillers is here,
All right.
so he claimed his winnings. There we go.
Okay.
Awesome.
I still gotta do stuff.
Chillers, I hope you as well do a blind, my friend, and see who is the winner of the losers.
Oh, that one first.
So we're gonna do the super chat giveaway.
I guess we can do the other.
Or are we gonna do the patron giveaway?
We can do the patron giveaway.
I guess we're doing the patron giveaway. The boss has spoken.
Okay, so
So we've got a couple new patrons tonight. Thank you both very much. You have been entered onto the wheel. Laura's getting ready to share it with the screen. It is for 2 ounces of the short barrel cigar batch, sold out everywhere, and 2 ounces of the 12-year cask strength rye, the Wisdom Echoes pick.
and the winner is.
And she spun the wheel.
And I spun the wheel. David
Cook.
Congratulations. I hope you enjoy it. I don't know that you were in chat tonight, but that doesn't matter because we're going to start doing this every week for our patrons as a thank you, and they don't have to be here. So enjoy your whiskey.
Patron only spin every week 2 2-ounce pours. Now, the elevated flight, the $5 super chats.
I need like 30 seconds.
We're going to give Laura all the time she needs. She's going to update the wheel, make sure it's current with everybody who's donated for this. It is the Michter's 10-year bourbon, the Michter's 10-year rye, the Baumburgers and Shanks. I believe it's Baumburgers Declaration and Shanks Homestead, both from 2023.
Sure. Yeah. That sounds really good, Troy.
Does that sound pretty good?
That sounds really good.
I just had a little Rio Panda. I know that because it had Amberana in it.
I knew I should have used my Jack Daniel's Amberana. Damn it.
I mean, Laura is not a fan of Amberana, but both Amberana blends that we've tasted so far have advanced. Just saying.
There you go.
So while she's like...
My math's not working
While
here.
she's fumbling through that, let's talk about the Blendsanity Season 2. We are going to do a bigger and better Blendsanity tournament. I believe we are going to expand the field to 32.
Yes.
The prizes will be better. The stakes will be higher.
I hope you create a preview, really intense. The stakes will be higher. Like one of those commercials.
I want to hear all about it.
My editing skills are, but we'll try. we'll try to make it. We'll be like grrr.
It's just the extra drama when you say it, and the flashing lights and.
We'll definitely.
I distracted you.
We'll definitely make it something cool, but it's going to be a much better prize. So this particular round of the Blendsanity, people are competing for bragging rights and a Eagle Rare 10-year store pick. The next round, the prize will be much better.
Yes, we're planning on a prize for the winner and a random prize drawn at the end for a participant, so that even if someone doesn't win, they still have a chance of winning something good, just for sending us whiskey and letting us do this competition.
And
we have. Go ahead, Rusty.
I was just going to say, and to sweeten the pot, I will send a bottle. I will donate a bottle to give away for that as well. So, if you want.
I mean, what the hell, Russ? This is what I love about this community. It's you say what you're gonna do, and then you say what you're gonna do, and then everybody one ups you. It's like, well, I'm gonna add a bottle, and I'm gonna add a bottle, and I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, I want to add a bottle.
I freaking love you guys. I freaking love you guys. We were actually considering at one point, and let me know if this is what we should or shouldn't do. We were thinking about adding a $5 entry fee and then putting the whole proceeds from that to the winner. Do you want a cash prize or do you want a whiskey prize? Let me know.
Whiskey prize for sure.
Absolutely.
So whiskey prize. Okay.
Yeah.
And the other people can say in chat too what.
Y'all say whiskey. Wisdom said whiskey. Yeah, whiskey. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Prize it is.
And Andy Road thought the prize was the sticker. We will do a new sticker probably for the next competition as well. So there will be stickers for that. Everyone we love giving stickers out. So it's not the prize. It's just the added benefit of joining the competition.
Yeah. Rusty, did you get your tater sticker?
I don't know. My wife is in charge of the mail. It's probably somewhere.
Okay. Well, we are going to give away our super chat.
I feel like you said Judy went to bed 4 hours ago.
She did. She went to bed. I'm not waking her up to ask her.
Ask her about the mail. Beat. Did we get a sticker?
Yeah.
I mean,
I would be pretty upset if someone woke me up to say if we got a sticker in the mail.
I mean, she went to bed at 6 o'clock, right?
7, I think. Or 8.
Did she work early tomorrow? Or did she work early today?
Neither. She's off, actually.
She just likes sleep. I know
she
someone
does.
Like that.
She does.
I like sleep too.
She likes her baths. She'll go sit in a bathtub for an hour or so, and candles and all that.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you've got the wheel updated.
I have it updated.
Your numbers match?
My numbers match. I did miss 2 super chats tonight.
Oof.
So it's a good thing I double checked because I don't know how I missed. I think I was too busy. It was probably during your story about being in the Navy. It just threw me off. I wasn't paying attention.
My felony story.
Yeah.
It was a Class C felony that was dismissed, by the way.
I think I had 6, right? Y'all have me in there for 6?
I've got 2 there and 4 there. Yep, I got 6.
Yep, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, Rusty didn't make the wheel.
No, I
believe
didn't.
we don't think you. Okay,
Right,
so I'm gonna
I
shuffle
know.
it 3 times because that's what I always do, and we'll spin the wheel.
Spinning.
Come on, come on. Daddy needs a win. Daddy needs a win.
There you went. There you went.
Walker Hines.
Not that guy.
Well, that was one of the ones that I missed. So good thing I check, because so I don't know that we have your information.
Yeah, we definitely
sure
do not
we
have
do
your
not.
information. Walker, if you're still in the chat, you need to email us. The email is on the screen. If you're a friend of Walker, get a hold of him and let him know that he needs to
Yeah,
email us.
he's not in chat. His name's not coming up.
Okay, well, hopefully someone knows him and can tell him to come back. And otherwise, I don't know. We'll have to give out 2 next time or something. We'll just find out, because he paid to enter, so.
There you go.
He bought a ticket to take the ride.
Yeah,
Yep.
just gave a super chat was a nice little
Bourbon
little
school.
whiskey thing there. Cheers. So
Let me see if he's already emailed. He has not.
Bourbon School. What's up,
that would
Brian?
be very quick. Hey, Brian. How are you doing tonight?
So
Cheers to
I
you.
had a couple discussion topics written down for tonight. The tire was one of them, and we told that story.
Yeah.
But what do y'all think about these fireworks?
Fireworks.
So
what?
When I was a child, I used to love the 4th of July. It was my favorite holiday. I loved it more than Christmas. So we have a lot of relatives that are on the Indian reservation up north of us. We'd go up there, we'd buy super cheap, super illegal fireworks, and I would light this shit off pretty much from the time I woke up in the morning until I went to bed at night, for multiple days prior to the 4th of July.
Right.
Nowadays, I feel like I'm that grumpy old asshole that yells at kids to get off my lawn. And every time I hear one of them booms, I'm just thinking, there's $100. Someone just wasted $100 right there. Am I wrong?
It doesn't really bother me. Again, I sleep with earplugs, so once I fall asleep, I'm not gonna hear a single firework. People can light them off for the next 6 months. I don't really care. We just don't really. We used to buy a lot, and now we don't because they're
definitely
called freedom.
But it doesn't bother me. I went out on the porch on the 4th of July and looked out and saw where they were lighting them off in all directions. We live on a nice little hill, so I can kind of see them.
Yeah.
I have a neighborhood half a mile from me that shoots them off, and I'm like, shoot ya, and go over and watch theirs. I ain't got to pay a dime.
No, yeah, there you go. I want to go back to the tire thing. So, and I know, and I know. All right, so I come from the if I break it, I can fix it. So what I would have done in that situation was I would have put the tire iron on there, and I would have just broke that stud off, because 4 lugs are going to hold that tire on just fine for you to get it home, and then you can replace that lug that you snapped off. I mean that's what I would have done.
The problem is the locking one, it's smooth, so that you have to be able to drill.
Right,
either
you have
the
to
key,
right,
or have something that can drill into it to get it
right.
off.
No,
so
you
that
just
was why.
like, right. So that guy, he found a socket. So I would have went and got a socket that I would have had to drive on there with a hammer,
Yep.
and then stuck it on there and then broke it off to get rid of it.
See, that's what we tried to do that, but the stores were all closed because it was too late. And then the one store that Troy found one the next day after 8 stores. It was too.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It was
open
too
on 4th
big,
of July, by
so
the
it
way.
couldn't get in there. So we were just
So
stuck.
he sacrificed a socket. He pounded it on there with a 3-pound mallet.
Yeah.
And then he used his impact and backed it off, and the stud was fine.
Oh, okay.
But his socket it's unusable now. It's got this.
Yeah. It ruins the socket, but it gets you out of the situation. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was frustrating. I ain't gonna lie. I was not the happiest person. Laura kept asking me, "Are you mad?" I'm like, "No, I'm not mad. I'm just more frustrated because how late it happened at night. There's literally nothing open. It's on the eve of the 4th of July. There's nothing open the next day, and the whole problem is she got these tires like 4 years ago at friggin' Walmart, right?
Yeah.
So we go into Walmart and we're like, "Hey, this just happened. Do you have a key?" And they're like, "We don't sell those. You're shit out of luck."
Yeah.
I go on my phone to the Walmart website and they sell them on their website.
Right.
Right?
They just don't have it in the store. Yeah.
But it's not going to be available for several days, right? So I go back the next morning. Walmart is open on the 4th of July because they're open every day of the year. I talked to a different person. I'm like, "We literally bought the tires here like 3-4 years ago. You did not give us back the key. Is it still in the back?" So some lady goes back there and she roots around for like 20 minutes. Makes me wait 20 minutes. Knowing full well she's not actually looking. And she
went on her break.
She's just going to come out and tell me they don't have it. Just tell me you're not going to look and save me my 20 minutes, right? So she comes out. She's like, "Nope, we don't got any." So I move on. And, thank God this guy opened his used car lot where nobody's going to come buy a car on the 4th of July. But he opened his used car lot on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
He sacrificed his time and his tools to help us out and got us on our way. And just an amazingly nice guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And get this, though. Here's the best part. While I'm at O'Reilly Auto Parts buying this oversized lug nut extractor, he's like, "Yeah, I had a guy in here last night who was looking for an extractor to remove a stud from his calipers because he lost his entire caliper off his car and lost his brakes." And I'm like, "Yeah, my wife just ran over that sumbitch."
Yep. No, no, absolutely. That is a very weird situation for an entire brake pad to go into. That is, I mean,
you saw the picture, right?
Yeah, all the conditions were exactly freaking right for that shit to happen. That's crazy. That is crazy.
And she's driving down the road, and we've been like toying with the idea for like 6 months of getting Laura a new vehicle. And she's driving down the road, and she's all like, "We just had the bourbon van on with us a couple weeks ago. That whole van life thing sounds pretty interesting. Maybe I'll just keep this car for a couple more years, save some money, and we'll get one of those Sprinter vans and do a conversion." Literally, as that thought is going through her mind, she hits this fucking brake pad and blows out the tire. So now we've got to buy tires. We probably got to buy brakes. I mean, we're gonna spend some money on this vehicle to keep it 2 more years.
I mean, it is I have had this vehicle for 12 years or something, so
you need to look at Mr. Mom. You need to put up Mr. Mom's comment there.
Oh yeah, that's
there
hilarious.
we go. I need to take the used car lot guy a bottle of R&R. He'd probably enjoy it. He looks like a guy that would probably enjoy it.
He looked like he might imbibe. And I don't want to judge anyone. He was a cool dude.
He was very nice. Very nice.
And it was funny because, like, we're heading over to the in-laws for this prime rib dinner on the 4th of July, which is a whole nother story. But I'm trying to not get dirty because I was not planning on stopping and changing a tire on the side of the road on the way to the in-laws. So I'm, like, struggling to get this frickin' giant off-road tire onto this vehicle. And he's like, just get out of the way.
Yeah.
And he did it.
Yeah, my spare tire, I think, is bigger than the rest of my tires because I
so
used to have, like, really big
This isn't a
tires.
spare tire that's, like, in a hidden compartment inside the vehicle. It's one of those that's underneath, and you gotta, like, undo, and it drops down on a chain.
Full-size spare.
Filthy as fuck.
Yep.
Very dirty. Very dirty.
I basically had to come home and almost take another shower.
Yep. Yep.
I was hoping someone would stop and try to help me while I was waiting for you. Nobody did.
No.
No, not anymore.
They're
Not
like,
anymore.
oh, that sucks for her.
Mark Gale's going to bed. Good night, Mark.
Well, we got like
Hey
5
Josh,
minutes.
I'll tell
And then
you,
we're in
I've had both of those tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. Few more minutes on here, and then we're gonna end the stream, and we're going to encourage everybody that's watching to jump over to Northwest Bourbon, veterans only live stream.
Yeah, Northwest.
Ooh, that was, I just drank that one that I'm pretty sure was Sean's Echoes in Eternity.
Oh, the Fields of Gold.
Because it's so funky. It's like char. Lots of single malt chocolate and char.
I ain't lying. There was some great blends tonight. You guys definitely took your time to come up with something special.
Dinner time. It's dinner time.
Oh, that's right. Dinner. That's right. Yeah.
9 o'clock at night, you're eating dinner, Mark?
He's a... Maybe he
Yeah,
has a
Josh.
late lunch and a late dinner. 1,000 Airbnbs. That's crazy.
Wow. Insane. And that's Three Rivers, Larry 3R, Three Rivers, California?
Excited to make it to round 2. I am nervous for round 2, where we have all winners against all winners. I mean, this is going to be difficult. Thank you, Paper John, for putting that link in there. That's where we will be heading in about a couple minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna end it in a few minutes. We're going to take a quick bathroom break, and then we're gonna be watching. He'll open it up quick so we can all jump on with him. Again, it's just a very special first Saturday of every month. He does such a great job, and it pays great tribute to all veterans.
No pressure.
Yeah, so I bought
the entrance to Sequoia.
I bought the April 1 because of him, because of Mark. You know, he talked about the April 1, which I had a link to that I didn't realize Mississippi actually served with the guy that owns and runs April 1. I forget, Troy. I think his name's Troy as well.
Yeah, and she was a military dog handler, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she knows him and talks to him fairly frequently still. So yeah, that's crazy how it's a small world after all, huh?
Yes, it is. Matt, thanks for the link. Did you go back and check out the intro? Because we featured you prominently via...
Oh, not that guy. You featured that guy?
By music. He sent us music.
Did you like the intro music tonight, Rusty? Were you on for that?
Well, actually, I just missed the intro because I was coming off of DeLand Deland and I go live Saturdays before y'all.
So, are you a co-host with him now? Is that what I meant to understand?
Just for the just the live thing. He's let me come in there and hang with him and do that. So,
I like it.
But we're just doing something.
No, we love it. You guys are like our pregame.
Yeah, we never jump on screen because we're usually eating dinner and moving around. It's like background noise.
We are always lurking.
But I got to tell you, this blind flight that I just did from Piper John was wow. Yeah, I hadn't had anything. A couple of things I hadn't even heard of, but yeah. So I got to finish getting that edited and put it out tomorrow. That was some good stuff. Holy cow! What, Jen? You're lurking? What are you lurking?
Some good whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have any idea what to expect. I was, yep.
All right. Shall we call it a night, guys?
Yep.
And then give you time to drink some water, use the bathroom, and head over to Mark's.
Absolutely.
Steven, good seeing you again. Rusty, as always.
Good seeing y'all.
Hey, how many subs are you at now, Steven?
Oh, let me look. Oh, shoot.
Put him on the spot there.
101. Still, 101.
101.
Congratulations.
Hey, busted 100.
Busted 100. I appreciate y'all.
I'm a few closer. I'm 277.
Yes. And Victor just showed up again. Victor, did you hear your matchup? Were you listening in the car?
You won. Congratulations. Surprise. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. You won.
So yeah, thank you everyone that showed up tonight. We're heading over to Northwest Bourbon, watching his Veterans live stream for Saturday of every month.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for everyone for being here. Cheers. Have a great night.
Love you all.
Cheers.
Later.
See you later.